of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025 there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
Good morning, this is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Build your own car deal online, all with a few clicks. They make buying your next car easy. The boys are back. It's me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason
What are you doing
Cundy.
here? What are you doing here?
Taking over breakfast.
What's that? What time is it?
I don't know, mate. What's going on?
Upside down day.
It just feels strange that me and you are in here again.
Yes, again, at a different time of the day. It could be any time of day in this studio.
There's
no windows.
We are in the talkSPORT bunker. We've got the lads. Ed is there. He's going to bring the show down as usual. I've walked in and we sat in here, Jason. I go, what's the time?
I tell you what time it is. It's 6:05. It's right time in the morning.
And they've gone, you know what? It's Friday morning. We need to do a show. Alan don't fancy it. We can't get hold of McCoy. He's on holiday again. Who should we get in?
The numpties.
Let's get them 2 donuts from Sports Bar.
Was he call us Brazil?
Numpty Bar.
The Numpty Bar.
The Numpty Bar takeover is back. So somehow we've made it in, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm okay.
Didn't see you yesterday.
No, I was messaging you though. There's a couple little messages going back and forth.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Right. So waking up, it's brutal. I got up at 4:15, right? It is a brutal time to get up.
That's a killer.
It is.
I can't get my head around it.
No, it's people that live their lives like that. That is a tough gig. However, I was in bed by 10, even before the sports bar started.
Yeah, I know.
I was in bed.
Well, I'm not going to lie, mate. If people who get up at this time in the morning, right, they need to help me out because, you know. You go to bed at 10 o'clock. I was up at 11. I was up at 12.
Oh, really?
And then I'm looking at the alarm. I'm thinking, I must set my alarm, make sure the alarm's gone off. I'm looking at the watch. I'm going, God, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then by that time, I'm thinking, I've got 3 hours left to have a kip. Before you know it, you're getting up.
You're getting up. You think, I was only asleep about 15 minutes.
And it's just like, how does that even work?
I know.
Normally, we do the sports bar. We get home, 1:30. You know, that's
Glass
it.
of wine, in bed by
Glass of
2:30,
wine.
right? I wake up at 9:30, 10 o'clock most days. Just
Mrs.
crawl out of bed.
Mrs. does the school run.
Yeah,
and
all
I
right,
just
all right.
peel myself out of bed at
Get
about
your
9:30.
sorry backside out of bed.
Yeah, and I get up and go, oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
This is a whole different ball game.
It is it's very different. However, I've got to say, I feel all right.
You don't look it.
Why you got to do that already? Why are you being nasty?
Well, I'm just saying.
Why are you being
You look a bit tired.
Well, entitled to look tired. Do you know what, right?
You
The
had a
sun-
haircut.
I have had a haircut. But do you know what?
What did
right?
you ask for?
Do you know what, though? Shortback and Sven? Do you know what, right? I had a haircut. Here's the funny thing. I'd had it like when I was last in the studio with you.
Right.
And you didn't notice.
Well, no, because I don't look at your...
No,
all I see is
what
your
do you mean
head.
don't look at me?
Well, I just look at your forehead. That's all I see.
Forehead.
Yeah, that's all I see. I just
I've got
see
a
a big,
spot. I've got a
massive
spot coming up on my forehead.
You got a massive spam.
I did have a haircut, mate, and I left it too long, but it's a little summer trim.
Summer trim.
The sun's out. By the way, that was the thing I was going to say. Coming over where did I come from? So coming through Wandsworth on the way in this morning. Then you get over going into back. The sun was rising or coming up. Beautiful day out there. Another beautiful day, mate.
I know.
It's going to be a scorcher.
Is it a sculpture?
I think it's going to be a sculpture, mate.
Lovely.
Feels like it.
Lovely.
Don't know. We're down in the
Well, we're in the bunker. We
bunker.
can't see nothing, so it could be anything out there right now. Loads to get through. We've got loads of things lined up. I've got a bone to pick with you as well. You
do you
stitched me
mean?
right up, you have.
What do you mean?
You know what you mean. You know what you've done.
What do I do?
You know what you've done, right? I went home yesterday, told the missus
So good.
that I've got a world record, a Guinness world record, right?
So good.
And all of a sudden, I find out that talkSPORT have put it on social media saying, Cundy pranks O'Hara.
Oh dear.
So-
I made up. So I sat there.
You haven't even told me.
Right, I didn't tell you. That was the beautiful part of it. If we didn't say anything on the show.
I've gone home telling people I've got a Guinness World Record.
So here's the gig. We were talking about the Guinness World Record, and we made one up. And I said to her, "Can you do it? Can you do? It's with one hand, touch both ears, both eyes, nose, and you've got to suck your thumb."
And I did it live on air.
Jay, you've done it about 10 times, mate.
I know.
I kept saying, "Now do it again." You missed your ear. Right?
I did miss my ear though.
missed your ear a couple
It was
times.
quick.
What, Jay? do you
If
know
it
what-
was a world record, I think that's up there.
Right. There's not, as far as I'm aware, there's not a world record by using the one hand, touch both ears, both eyes, and your nose, and then you've got to suck your thumb, right? You might well be the world record holder. Think of that, though, because I don't know anyone else has done
Was
it.
it 2.5
I don't know,
seconds?
I held it up to the...
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was.
remember.
It was quick.
It was quick, mate.
It was quick.
You kept poking
It was
your
quick.
eyes. Look,
I did. I was like Carl Walker.
yeah, you were, mate.
I was quick. I was quick.
And then you sucked your... That's the bit that made me smile. You're sucking your thumb looking at me.
I actually was. It's like
Have I got it?
No, you're out of order. You're out of order. It's out of order. You shouldn't do that to me. Come
It's
on.
not good, though.
No, it's not good. You're an idiot. Trust me, I'm going to get you back.
That's fine.
I'll
That's
get you
fine.
back.
That's fine.
Today we've got some stuff lined up for you. We're going to talk. Let's start. We're going to talk a bit of Man City.
Go on, mate.
Because Man City hammered Juventus 5-2. They won all three of their group games, scored 13 goals. A different animal this season. Here's what Pep had to say.
Is the most important today is the fact that we can do it again. I had the feeling that the players, not it's my opinion, it's the players felt, I don't have to tell them, felt that in that way we can compete like it happened in the last decade. Like we making incredible things.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola there speaking after the game. They've looked good in the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Can you judge Man City on this tournament? I think you can, no?
I mean, when you say judge, I mean, we know Man City are going to be there and thereabouts, right? They had a bad season by their standards. They went through that period where they lose 8 in a row. They went through this unbelievable run.
We were talking about whether he should get a sack.
They couldn't string up. They couldn't get themselves a result at all.
Yeah.
The rebuild started in January. They built Mamouche in, and they realised that things had to change. And fair play, they got the business done. Then they've moved in. Ain't Nori, been a big fan. I know you and I spoke about it many times over the last 3 or 4 seasons. What a brilliant assist for the Doku goal. So I'll tell you the thing about City is, and they've always done this, but I noticed the goals against Juve. The third man running, they run from deep, so it's hard to track that run. So you as a midfielder, right? They're running off you.
Yeah.
No, what are you laughing at?
Well, I'm just laughing at the fact that you said third man run and me in the same sentence.
No, but they're running off you. They're running off you.
Oh yeah, they definitely ran off me.
But then you've got to pass it on to the centre half, right?
Yeah.
And if those runs are good enough, and they take defenders near as they don't. You might not even want. And might sometimes the expression use him by not using him.
Yeah.
So the centre half drops deeper.
Yeah.
Because the run. It might create a bit of space.
It's a bit like you, that the gaffer used to be like, use him or not use him. We'll look at him.
Yeah.
We'll have him on the bench.
Yeah.
We'll use him, but we're not using him.
Why are you being nasty?
Well, I'm just saying.
Let it go, right? let it go. You didn't get a world record. Let it go.
As well, by the way, I got done bad by Paul Merson on Sky once.
What do you mean?
You know, you're talking about third man runs.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he rinsed me bad.
Did he?
Yeah, he dug me right out. Well, I think it was a championship game. Wolves, I think it was playing Huddersfield. And I don't know, someone ran off me. Then it was live on Sky. And you know when they get you at half time, they do like a whole 15 minutes on you.
Yeah.
And it was just like Paul Merson just saying, "Look at him, look,
really,
look at lazy."
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah,
He's got
lazy.
a caravan on his back.
Look at him, not tracking, not looking over his shoulder, running off him, nowhere near good enough.
Did they say that?
Yeah, man.
He was right.
He was 100% right. It was 100%, but it hurt. It hurt. You ever read that?
Not to that.
I reckon you've dug me out, you know.
Do you know what? I've said this to you, right? And I would love to find the audio, right, of me slaughtering you, because I've been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah, you're doing this when I was playing.
Right, I'd love to have thought, look at O'Hara, honestly, what a fraud. How's he earn a living out of the game? I don't know.
You must have been sat upstairs with Goldstein watching me play.
Yeah,
like on a night game.
100% that would have happened, right? But here's the thing: in our job, right? Sometimes you say things, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's our job to say things. I've been in press rooms where this is a while ago now. Who was it?
Can you stop touching that spot?
No, the spot, mate.
I know, mate. The spot, I know, but you know, we're live on YouTube. We're live to the nation. Stop touching the spot.
The spot's there. And I can't remember who it was, but he'd got sacked from the job. And I'd said, when he'd done his interview, that looks like a dead man walking. Right?
Right.
Which he was, to be fair, and he got sacked.
Yeah.
3 weeks, 4 weeks later, go in the press room, and I see him, thinking, the way he looked at me, I'm like, did he hear what I said about him? It's a bit, you know. But listen, that's the way it is.
Did he hear you?
You got to be honest.
Yeah.
You got to give an opinion.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of the quotes I said.
I know. I see Sean Dyche on a bus outside, getting out of the terminal in Portugal.
Oh, it's a bus way.
He was on like an EasyJet flight. Sean Dyche.
Sometimes you got to
and
get
he just
there,
got sacked from Everton.
Right.
He just got the tin tack.
Just slaughtered him, did
and I think me and you had dug him out.
Oh no, I definitely did.
Yeah.
You
definitely dug him out. You definitely dug him out.
If you're listening, Sean, I didn't dig you out.
No, you definitely did. And I've got on the bus, and my missus goes, "Is that Sean Dyche over there?" And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm like,
give me that hat.
hide. And next thing you know when you catch eye contact with someone, you just wait for
you didn't go and speak to him?
Well, I said hello.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a bit. He was all right.
Is it a bit eggy?
No, he was all right. He was all right, to be fair.
He
but
knows the industry.
He knows the deal, but he could tell he wanted to say, see.
Just how I was listening the other day.
Yeah, listen, see you. I've seen what you said.
He's probably listening now. Do you want to say sorry to him now? Just say sorry, Sean Dyche.
Sorry.
Sorry, Sean.
Sorry, Sean.
That's best talkSPORT now. talkSPORT, Sean Dyche.
talkSPORT, Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Just going back to Manchester City.
Where we got there?
I don't know. We're talking about, obviously, then. Look, they beat Juventus. Mm-hmm. Haaland got 300 goals.
Yes, he has.
It's a great.
I don't know what to say about him, mate.
Already.
He's just a pig in front of goal, isn't he? Just like snuffling up goals, goal. 300 goals he's got. What is he? 23, 22?
He's young. Yeah, he's young.
I mean, he's in terms of goals. I mean, he comes in with a little bit too much stick, don't you think?
I think he takes a lot of stick because of his all-round game. Is he a world-class player when it comes to an all-round game?
He's not a Ronaldo or a Messi. right? He'll be the first to admit that. Not many people are. Yeah. But what he scores goals, mate. He's a difference maker at the other end of the pitch. You've got him in front of goal. Yeah. You create enough chances, he's got to score enough goals.
Who would you rather have, though, Harry Kane or him?
I'm a Harry Kane fan. Harry Kane's a better footballer than Haaland. He's a better all-round technician. Passes, touch, his build-up play. He can do a different role. He can do both. In terms of finishing, Harry Kane's as good as anything I've seen right out there. Mm. He'll score all different types of goals, except free kicks. Doesn't score free kicks, does he, Kane?
Kane doesn't score free kicks, but I think I'd rather Haaland. I'm not going to lie.
As a midfielder, though, what would you prefer?
Haaland.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah, because Harry Kane gets in your space, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he drops a bit deep.
He drops in.
That's when you want third man running.
That's right.
There he is, O'Hara. There's a caravan on his back.
I need them runs. I need that space.
You need the space to run.
Haaland's he's the one who, you put you in, put it in there.
You put the ball in the right area.
Put it in the right area, like Kevin De Bruyne, but put it in the right area, bang, goal.
Yeah. Well, we saw the goals last night.
Kane is he's an all-rounder. But I think I'd rather just have a finisher.
Kane's a brilliant footballer. He's a brilliant footballer that scores all different types of goals.
300 goals, that was unbelievable.
No, it is. It's
How long
insane.
do you think it'd take you to get 300 goals?
300 years?
300 years? How many goals did you get a season?
1? 2, maybe? Own goals, more own goals. I was trying to work it out. Throughout, I'm not sure I got to double figures.
What? In your whole career?
Though, man. I don't think I did.
You can't just keep blaming everything on you being injured.
I know, you can't score from the bench.
I know, yeah, but you're not always injured. You were just rubbish.
Yeah,
and you was on the bench.
Mate, I reckon I'm gonna go 400 years. I think it might be, Jay.
All right, well, we're going to reveal that answer a little bit.
Answer, have you?
Apparently they figured it out. Apparently they've got it.
Sake.
I reckon I'm not far off that either. Up next, though, we're going to...
How would you get? How many are you getting?
I reckon
250.
250.
Mate,
I don't know how many goals.
We're not prolific at the sports bar, are we?
No, but I was more of a creator.
Were you?
I was a creator. I was a
parachute on your back.
I was a dictator. I'd make it happen. Well, I'd set the tone.
Were you? All right.
Okay. You can give us a call, by the way.
I saw slaughtered, by the way.
What?
You? I saw that. Yeah, no, that's not the player I saw. I'm talking about you. When I was with Goldstein.
I used to get around Park.
Did you?
Yeah.
What Park?
If you want to give us a call on Man City, on Harry Kane, obviously the Sports Bar boys are in, so we'll take calls today. 03717 22 3344. Up next, so we're going to ask whether Cristiano Ronaldo is set to finish his career in Saudi after he signed a 2-year extension at Al Nassr.
morning, guys. Alan McCoist here. Hope you're all in top form. Love a Friday. Cannot beat a Friday with Ray and Alan. Best show in the morning. Best show in talkSPORT. Love it, guys. Keep it going.
Yeah, you are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Jamie O'Hara Jason Cundy. No Alan and no Ray. I mean, that's out of order from McCoist, isn't it?
Coisty digging us out.
He's digging us out, matey. You know what he's like.
Don't worry, it's logged.
Where is Coisty?
It's logged. I don't know.
Never see him anymore.
He messaged me the other day.
Did he? What did he say?
Yeah, he wanted to. I donated to his charity. Did you get the message, or did you blank it?
He didn't even send it to me.
No.
No?
Yeah, he's riding a bike. He's doing something on a bike or something for some charity.
Oh, he did send it to me. Yeah.
You didn't donate?
I don't know if I did, actually. That's quite bad, isn't it? Hold on, let me see if I got the message. I'll keep talking. Ali.
Yeah, so he sent me. He's doing a fundraising.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and I went straight on and donate. As soon as they come in,
Monday.
you've got to
Send
donate.
it Monday.
Right, donate straight away, because if you forget like you did, people think, oh, he's a tight. What's it?
Yeah,
that's exactly what everyone's thinking right now.
I know.
Sam, morning.
Ali is back on Breakfast on Monday. Let's now look at today's back pages. Tesco Mobile for Business.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you a small retailer? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
Sam Ellard is with us. Sorry, Sammy.
Good morning, boy. It must have been a group WhatsApp, because I got it as well.
Yes.
I think it must have been one of those.
Well,
I think you send to all contacts. I think
All contacts.
Right.
Send
to
it out.
everybody.
And to be honest, I donated. I just put done. Don't think he's even looked at it.
You just went done.
He is the hardest person, I think, in my phone book to get hold of.
As soon as I heard that voice message go out, I said to the boys behind the glass, by the way, you've done well to get that voice.
it's true.
Because
Yeah.
when he's here,
He's the busiest man in showbiz, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I know he's busy, but there's always time for the boys, right?
Don't know, mate.
You know, he is the hardest person to get hold of ever.
Yeah.
Ali McCoist. If you're listening, he's a disgrace.
Yeah, he is.
If you message him, ask for a favour or do anything,
you've got no chance.
You got no chance.
But then when he's here,
Anyone else?
and you're
when
right,
you're here,
he's like the nicest, biggest legend of all time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great lad.
Oh, he's the best guy ever.
So
But
hasn't even opened it.
No, he's probably had so many.
Done. Fist pump. Nothing.
no.
Nothing.
Not even a thank you.
Not even a thank
Not
you.
even a thanks.
He hasn't even thumbed up you,
No.
has he? As like the most.
You haven't even.
He hasn't even opened
back.
it. Can you ask for a refund? You can't do that.
To be honest with you, it's a great cause. I mean, he's jumping on the back of a bike. He's doing something on a bike. Yeah, the Lions, the Dodie's Lions challenge. Ali's fun. He's looking. He's raised 13, nearly 14 grand.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is, well, not for O'Hara, it ain't. He ain't done
No, that's
nothing.
bang out of order from you, by the way.
Well, you know,
What do you mean, well, you know?
I've only just seen it.
No, you haven't.
I have only just seen it. So I will, Ali. I will donate.
Can I just ask you, out of interest, what's in the O'Hara? You know, like footballers walk into stadiums, don't they, with that kind of like that sort of bag underneath their arm, the man bag.
Yeah.
You walked into the talkSPORT breakfast studio with what's in the O'Hara man bag for a radio show?
Well, the reason I have it is because I have the headphones. I have the other stuff in there.
Do you know what?
And look,
Let me tell you about O'Hara, right? He used to ridicule me, so I got my little pouch, got my pencil case, got all of that, right? And for years
he's got a pencil case. He's 55 years old.
An actual pencil case?
Yeah, but you need your bits, right? You need your bits. And now he starts saying, "Can I leave my stuff in there? I've got a nose spray," because he moans about having hay fever.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the worst.
Next thing you say, "Can you look after my headphones?" I'm like, "I'm running out." You ridiculed me. Now you bring that in.
Yeah, it's a strong man
right,
bag, Joe.
take it back. Say sorry.
No, I'm not saying
sorry.
I'm not saying sorry. I'm not saying sorry.
But you're right or wrong.
Everyone needs a man bag, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
A bit of deodorant, bit of
Aftershave, maybe?
bit of aftershave, some Rennies.
Got any toothpaste in
You know,
there?
some-
What Rennies?
What do you mean?
Rennies. Do you mean Reddies?
No, not Reddies. Rennies.
Rennie's.
What's a Rennie?
He's too young. He
Oh
don't
my
need it. He's
God!
too young.
What?
A Rennie?
Sam, you don't know what a Rennie is?
No, I've never even heard of a Rennie before, let alone don't know what it is.
It's one of those when you
Is
get a
that
little bit of
bad?
heartburn.
Are you over 30?
Oh, I've never. No.
Yeah, well, see, wait till you get to 30, then you'll know what a Rennie is. No.
Trust me, you'll have a man bag with Rennie in it. Trust me, Sam. It's coming,
You have
matey.
it full of it.
Oh, let me read you some back page headlines then. Archer back for England, back of the mail. Jofra Archer could make his first test appearance in more than 4 years at Edgbaston next week. Added to the England England squad. Back at the Times, Farrell lets Pollock off leash. Lions head coach picks the youngster at number 8 and won't rein in his trademark celebration. Some Man City stuff on the back pages too after they win against Juventus. Back at the Mirror, City smiles to top the group. Back at the Express, out of this world. That's after Erling Haaland scored his 300th career goal already. Man City beating Juventus at the Club World Cup. But how about this, boys? Back at the Sun, £500 million is their headline. Cristiano Ronaldo landed the most lucrative contract in sporting history, say the Sun, worth up to £500 million. He's going to be earning £488,000 a day.
A day?
Yeah, a day. He's got a basic apparently, of £178 million a season, a signing on fee of £38 million. Some of the numbers are incredible. He's got £80,000 goal bonus, £40,000 for assists, but the one that I like, he's got a private jet, expenses of up to £4 million a year, and 8 personal employees. 8 per...
Oh, look, he's earned it, right? I mean, he's one
Has he earned it?
8 personal employees.
Come on, mate.
What does 8 people...
He just plays football.
I know, but
Like,
he's good, though.
488 grand a day.
Yeah, I can't get my head around that.
He's earning £487,000 more a day than me.
Right, look, tell you what, work it out a minute.
Is that right?
What is it a minute?
Good for you, mate. You're doing well.
What is it? Work it out a minute. What's a minute?
Oh, where's mine?
What do you mean? You're not going to ask Sam to
Why
work
not?
that out?
He's got a calculator.
He can't.
It's not difficult.
How many minutes in a day?
Well, let's do it an hour.
Do an hour and then divide it by 60. Go.
Honestly.
Go on.
It's out of order.
No,
You're
it's
asking
not, it's
Sam
not.
to do that. You put him right
So
under
we've got
pressure.
£480,000 a day.
Okay,
divide that by 24 hours in a day.
24, right? 20,000 an hour, right? And then divide that by 60. We got
Right, we're going to find out the answer after the break.
£334 a minute.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you a small retailer? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free-kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head-on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Yeah, you're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara and I'm joined by my sidekick Jason Cundy in the studio. We've took over the breakfast show. Right, EFL fixtures came out yesterday lunchtime. Some tasty games to get your teeth into. Newly promoted Wrexham travel to Southampton while Birmingham kick things off against Ipswich on Friday night. My old mob, Pompey, have Southampton away. That's a biggie. On the 13th of September. I'll definitely be looking forward to that one though. Funny story though, Barnet, who have just been promoted to League 2, Dean Brennan, their gaffer, has admitted to talkSPORT when asked about signing some Premier League young talent on loan to get stuffed. Get on this.
I don't think our environment suits them. I think they live a six-star life. We don't. We're mucking nettles down here. You know, we're spitting sawdust. This is mortgage football. These lads have to win football matches. I have to win football matches to survive. They're on astronomical money in the Cat 1 academies. Everything goes towards that financially. That's why we have to play in the Virtue Trophy, because of these Cat 1 academies. I'm not knocking them. You know, I wish when I was a kid I could get the money there on these days, and that's no disrespect to it. That's just the way the business has gone, and I get it and I understand it. But if you look at a lot of the players we sign, we don't sign a lot out of the Cat 1 academies because they're brought up differently.
That was Dean Brennan talking about his team Barnet. Done a good job, to be fair. Jace, do you think he's right? Do you think Premier League young talent can't go and play at League 2 level?
I don't know. Why not? Well, you've got to find a space somewhere, right? Not every single player in the academy is going to make a living out of the game at the highest level.
No.
They have to find a space somewhere. And, you know, over the course of the 3-4 years, they'll find in those informative years from 18, 19, going into your early 20s. Not every player...
They've been brought up in a different environment, though, haven't they?
Yes.
You know, like, he's right in that sense, in the fact that they're protected, they've got everything going for them, that, you know, everything's laid on. At that level, League 2, National League football, you know, players, some of them have other jobs, they've got to think about their futures. You know, these young lads who are coming from Premier League clubs are protected. They're a bit soft these days, aren't they?
Look, when I grew up, right, when I was an apprentice, I'm guessing the same with you, we used to do what we call duties, right? We used to clean the boots, clean the dressing rooms, pick up all the slips, all the dirty... That's been taken away, and the theory behind that was they don't need to be doing those jobs. What they could be doing in that time is learning more about the game. And I know academies now, the money that's been spent in academies, especially at the highest level, these young footballers, they have everything for them. That's like, but it's an environment to get the best out of them. So they watch clips of themselves. So every game now, when the youth team level, at the height, when you're a Premier League club, the video, look at your own game. Look, what can you do better? And you sit down in front of computers. It's a different world, mate. It's a completely different world. Yeah. Of course, when you come out of that, either you've got the mental strength to get yourself, like I said, if you leave a Premier League club and you're not good enough to be at that club, you've got to go somewhere. You're going to go down, right? But you get players that come out and find their way back into the highest level. It's about having the mental strength and finding a way to get the best out of your ability. But yes, I understand what he's saying.
I went on loan to Chesterfield in League One. I was 18. I absolutely loved it. And I learned so much, and I helped them out, and it helped me out, and it was a perfect fit. Yeah. And I got great memories of being there. Saltergate and the old ground. Right. And the wooden shed.
Yep, that's
right. So stuff like that. I think it's unfair to say, I don't want them. I mean, listen, every manager's to them, do what they want. But I just think you can get some really good young Premier League talent and come in, and you ain't got to pay for him, and he could help you get promoted.
The loan system has a place in the modern game. Sometimes clubs take advantage of it. You can't, loaning out every single. Certainly, Chelsea had a period where we were loaning out players all over.
50 players.
Yeah, and that. But it has a place in the game. Yeah, and it can work for both parts. Work for the club, the parent club. Work for the player and the team that he's on loan.
Did you go on loan?
Well. I did go on loan, mate.
Who for?
Yeah, I went on loan. I was come back for another injury.
Here we go. Injured? You're 17.
I know, mate. No. And then I went to Bristol City for a month on loan.
How'd he go?
Joe Jordan was manager.
Joe Jordan?
He's miserable, mate.
Was he miserable?
Miserable, man.
I know Joe. He's assistant
miserable,
manager. Yeah, well, he wasn't miserable. He's hard.
He is. Well, he used to take his teeth out when he played, didn't he? Joe Jordan used to.
Did he not? Was he not having you?
He was just I just found he's just a little. His persona, and he was all right. But
that's not you. Did get on with him, did you?
No, fine. No, we got.
Did you only last a month?
I was only a month's loan. That was it. Just get myself.
Yeah, but if you'd done well, they would have kept you.
No, Bristol, mate, in a hotel, staying in Bristol.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I was going out.
Right, enough of that. Time for this.
Rookies Roundup, right here every day. Rookies Roundup, which players are on their way. If an agent's got a story.
Hello, Alex Crook. What you got for me?
Crookie gets it first.
Yeehaw, cowboy! There's a snake in my boot.
I've not heard that. That's very good. He's not with us though, Alex Crook. It's his team man, Ollie Clink.
Oh, Clinky.
All right, Clinky.
Clinky.
Morning, lads. How you doing? You
all right, mate?
What time do you get up?
About 5 minutes ago. Got the same attitude as you at Bristol City, I think.
Right, what you got for us?
Some news about Brian Mbeumo. It's getting ever closer, this. We understand he's set to undergo his medical at Manchester United next week. They're finalising a package. It's worth more than the $62.5 million that Manchester United paid for Matheus Cunha. And they want to confirm him before they return for pre-season on July the 7th. So, I mean, it's a lot of money for a couple of players, isn't it, for Manchester United? Over 120 million it's going to be looking like.
Yeah, two good players, though.
They've got Premier League experience, Jay, and I do agree with you there. I think the mistake that Manchester United made last season was that they were buying, players maybe such as a Joshua Zirkzee, who we do actually think that Ruben Amorim does want to keep, but players that weren't proven in the top flight, similar for Rasmus Højlund, and that hasn't worked for them this time around. Yes, they are giving out a lot of outlay, but these are two players. One scored 15 goals in the Premier League, one scored 20 last season. So I don't think it's a bad bit of business.
No, I think it's good business. I hear that the new way of doing things is to buy young, upcoming prospects, from around the world. But sometimes I do think you need to buy the one that makes a difference. Brian Mbeumo is going to make a difference if he signs for Man United. Cunha as well, I think, is a really good player. I'll be interested to see how he performs. the days of Man United buying Robin van Persie from Arsenal are gone, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they used to buy the best player in the Premier League every year. I don't know if they've got that pull anymore, have they, to be able to do that? I just don't think that's available to them anymore.
No, maybe you're not off that top table at the moment. Liverpool have gone out and done that, though. Haven't they? That's exactly what Liverpool have done.
Yeah.
They've got that bought Verts, and that's them showing here. We're top of the tree. Come and catch us if you can. And you always said that. That's something Sir Alex used to do, Clinky, is when they were on top, strengthen again. You know, go and get the best you can find. Whatever hole you find in normally a starting 11. If you're going to strengthen the squad's one thing, but strengthening your starting 11, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah. Eze's in the news as well, right?
Yeah, he's been added to Arsenal's list of left-wing targets, we understand. He's also being considered by Tottenham. His release clause is about 68 million from Crystal Palace, and Arsenal are looking at Eze as a bit of a cheaper option than Rodrigo, who they're also interested in from Real Madrid. With Rodrigo, they're waiting to hear whether Rodrigo wants to leave Real Madrid, because he's set to have a chat with Xabi Alonso. Potentially to go to Arsenal. If Real Madrid are prepared to sell, they value around 90 million euros. But Eze is part of that list of targets now, we understand. I don't think it'd be the worst signing at all for Arsenal, especially because, I mean, Arteta likes a player, doesn't he, that's quite versatile, that could play on the left. But also, you know, let's say they need to rotate and have someone in for Martin Odegaard. Odegaard was injured for a stretch last season as well. Eze could fill in there too. So
Spurs after Eze as well. Please tell me we are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're definitely.
Because I think it'd be a brilliant signing for us. I really do. I think it'd be a top signing.
What would it mean for Maddison?
Maddison's a bit more of a number 10. Do you know? Like, he gets into little pockets. Eze for me is a winger. You know, he cuts inside, he makes things happen, comes off the flank, you know, and can get at you. He can play direct. He can go down the byline if he needs to. Maddison hasn't got his pace. Maddison hasn't got his pace. I think Eze's probably a better player.
Yeah, I quite like Eze in that 10 position.
He can do both.
As well. He can do both. He can do both.
There does come a point, and Zaha was the perfect example of this, when is he going to make that move away? I know he went to Man United and things didn't work out, but there does come a point, I think, in a player's career, if they're going to leave a club like Palace, it feels the right time is now. Sometimes you can stay at a club too long, like Crystal Palace. I think Zaha is the perfect example of that. Clubs come in for. I think Arsenal were interested in Zaha.
Yeah,
they couldn't stump up enough money. Eventually, that move. It runs out of time.
Yeah.
I think Eze the right time to move now.
Right, Clinky, top man, mate. Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need for your landscaping project in stock and available for delivery. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, got one hell of a show coming up for you. 9 a.m. None other than the legend Ashley Cole will join us to have a little chat about England under-21s. Jimmy Bullard is coming on the show as well. He's going to tell us why he won't be playing at the Open. And do not miss everyone's favourite Transfer Tinder. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Join the club and get low trade prices. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Hi, it's Rupert Ding Dong Bell here. Have to say, despite Al calling me a loser, as he did last week while I'm covering Royal Ascot, Ray's always taking the mick out of me. I have to say, if there's anyone else presenting the breakfast show, then the world's gone mad. It just doesn't make sense.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? Where's everyone digging us out?
Leaving voice notes, slagging us off.
I know. What's this? They're just...
So, yeah, we had Coisty.
Right, and
Rupert Bell.
Right. I'm sure Al's going to turn up with one if you can get hold of him.
He will.
Listen.
I guarantee he throws the numpty bar in. Guarantee it.
Sports bar numbers you can't get away from.
No, the numbers.
The numbers don't lie. Speak for themselves. They do not lie, matey. Do not lie. By the way, right, I've just seen a thing here on my news feeds come up, right?
Yeah, go on.
Britain's best and worst beach towns revealed.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, go
do
on.
you like a bit of a? You like a beach?
I do like a beach, but I don't know whether I'd stick with... What are they? Go on, give us the...
What, you want to know which one's the worst one?
Well, so my wife's from Bournemouth, right? Bournemouth, down in Bournemouth, when the sun hits there, mate, that gets absolutely rammed.
Clacton-on-Sea.
Clacton-on-Sea. I don't feel...
It's been poorly reviewed, that one.
In what way? Why?
Well, they're saying it's not a great town to go and sit on the beach in, you know? Like, it's
Where's that? Is that Essex?
It's in Essex.
It's Essex, right? Okay.
Clacton's all right.
Is it?
Yeah. And one visit declared Bamberg a gem. Sandy, clean beaches.
Who?
Bamberg. Bamberg?
I don't know what you're talking about. Where's that?
What do you mean? I don't know.
Bamberg?
I don't know where Bamberg is.
It's not Bangor, is it?
Bamberg.
No, I don't know where Bamberg is, mate.
Yeah, apparently. I love a bit. No. Would you go and get a towel down in?
No.
No. I love Brighton. Like for me, Brighton.
Brighton's great.
Brighton's amazing.
Yeah, Brighton's great.
But it hasn't got a sandy beach.
No,
though. That's the only thing that's disappointing.
It's a pebble, isn't it, Brighton? You can't lie down in a
bit of Southend.
No, mate.
What do you mean no?
It's too far. I'm not going to Southend. If I'm going to a beach, I'm not going to Southend.
Southend's all right.
I'm sure it is. I'm not going there, though.
Southend's good.
It's good.
It's going to Pleasure Beach.
Yeah, fine. If I'm going anywhere, I'm probably going to
They've got an upside down ride there, you
What's
know.
that?
What do you mean, what's that?
What's an upside down ride?
Well, they've got a little theme park with an upside down ride. A roller coaster. An upside down ride.
It's not an upside down. It's called, say, roller coaster, an upside down ride.
Yeah, but you have a roller.
No one calls it that.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
Who's they?
Well, my kids.
Your kid upside down.
Gonna go on the upside down ride.
Upside down ride. Now I get it.
Surely you get it.
I get it now.
Because you can get a roller coaster that doesn't go upside down.
Yeah, probably can. I don't know.
No, I know you can.
Well, I'm not an aficionado on upside down rides.
I love a good beach.
Yeah, but
I feel like with the weather, right? You see, like the weather now in England, it's getting to the point where, the world's hotting up. England's getting lovely.
Yeah,
South Coast.
Yeah, it's going to be a big weekend.
Could be a good place to start investing.
No, but then here's the thing, right? You got to get there, and then you got to drive. You got to find a parking space, right? And then you got to find a space on the beach. Everyone's fighting the same space. I don't know, mate.
Not having it.
It's just it feels a bit too much hard work. Do you know what I mean? No.
I feel like it's hard work getting on a plane, going to Gatwick, and
that's the hard. Yeah, you've got that. You've got that. You've got to do that to get there. I can't see me rocking up with a basket and like sandwiches, like sitting a towel down on a beach. No, it feels doesn't. No.
All right. Well, I like a beach. Let us head over to the phone lines. We've been talking about Cristiano Ronaldo's mega 2-year contract extension at Al Nassr. £178 million a year, 3.4 million a week, 15% ownership of the club, and all that. Newcastle fans phoned us up. He's not happy, right, Mike?
Right, Mikey.
Hello, boys. Good morning.
How are you, Mikey? Good?
I'm sitting in a puddle of tears here, Jay.
Go on, what's the matter?
Puddle of tears.
Puddle of tears?
It's our owners that are paying his wages. And here's us, we can't get a player for about 60 million quid.
I hear you. I kind of agree with you there, Mikey. You've got these owners who want to spend money, brought Newcastle and, paying Ronaldo 178 million.
It's honestly, you know what it is, Jimmy. It's getting beyond a joke, man. I mean, I don't know what I've actually come on for is to ask your opinion and see what you think about. There's rumours that the PSR, this PSR thing's not working, and we know why it was set up. Even Mr. Jordan agrees, but it's got to get squashed. This, and Jason, you've got to admit yourself, mate. The majority of your trophies came from the likes of Roman Abramovich coming in and injecting all that cash. And
Yeah, I mean, we were never going to win the Premier League and the Champions League without having money. But everyone's got to spend money, right? We've just seen Liverpool, breaking all sorts of records. But you've got to spend money, and that's how. And I feel for Newcastle, I do, because it feels like you've kind of missed the sweet spot where Chelsea came in with Roman. We saw what happened to Manchester City. Clubs were allowed to spend at that time, and then you get like over in Saudi Arabia spending that amount of money. Why is that? You can't have one rule for one country and one not for another. There has to be a point where FIFA say, why are you allowed to do that and other countries aren't? And they're all competing now in the Club World Cup. So how does that add up?
Yeah. Right. The thing is, we can't conquer. Obviously, you've got your legacy clubs, your Liverpools, your Man Uniteds, and that have been in the public domain globally for like decades, not years, decades. So you've got all the commercial value. That's part of your income, and it's not so much the signing on fees, lads. It's the wages.
Yeah, it's the whole package, isn't it?
Mikey, listen, Mike, you're a star, mate. I 100% agree with you on that one. I feel for Newcastle. You're seeing that, now.
I don't know. Listen,
but I don't know. Just squash PSR.
I totally
get
agree.
rid of it.
I totally agree with you, mate.
You got all the billionaires who want to come and spend their money on bringing into our country and give players the best contracts. And
I agree.
Let them do it. Right, Sam Mellard is back with us for a bit of this. Why are we playing this, Sammy?
Well, we like on a Friday morning, don't we, to have a look at some of the front page stories, some of the lighter stories. I'm going to read this from the Star this morning. Builders, we like the day. Is that your favourite paper, yeah?
Well, it's just full of nonsense.
I'm not surprised at that.
No, it's the least surprising thing I've heard.
O'Hara goes at his newsagent and comes out with a star.
Yeah, but they come out with some great stories. Like, builders are plagued by dreams about laying bricks, a study reveals. Just over 51% confessed to having work-related dreams or nightmares. Some even had dreams about specific jobs they do at work, like laying a single tile. And 6% complain their dreams were like a never-ending game of Tetris every night. So builders are going to sleep dreaming about building stuff. Gents, when you finish a long shift doing the sports bar, do you get home and dream
I don't dream about Cundy, that's for sure.
You don't dream about Cundy? So none of your dreams are work related dreams. You're all good.
When was the last time I had a dream? I can't remember the last time I had a dream.
You must have a dream.
What do you mean?
I can't remember the last one. My favourite ones were my next door neighbour had a frozen baby elephant.
Yeah.
In
Have you heard this story? Let's tell this story.
Yeah, the frozen baby elephant. And somebody brought it in, and it defrosted and come to life.
That was his dream.
Frozen
That's
baby
the last
elephant.
dream you had.
That's the one that I can't try and make sense of that. There's no sense. I mean,
There's no sense.
There's no rhyme or reason there.
Dreams are incredible. You think about what goes on in your head, right? And some of the dreams you can attach to your life, parts of the dream, and other parts you're like, why have I got a frozen baby elephant in my garden?
Yeah. I always used to have a dream of being naked in a mall.
That's a nightmare.
In a mall?
Yeah, in a mall.
Where you're running around naked?
I'm in a mall and I'm naked.
There's something...
Right? And there's loads of people...
laughing.
And I don't know what to do.
No, you can't go anywhere.
I can't go anywhere, but I'm in the mall, I'm naked, but no one's paying any attention to me. But I'm just there and I'm naked.
And you're feeling all exposed,
Yeah, the feeling you're exposed. So
frozen baby elephant and being naked in a mall.
Yeah, that's...
And builders have to dream about tiles and stuff like that.
You've got no
control. But if you're always working and you're constantly doing bricks and all that, I can imagine
bricks
that
are just in your mind.
It's in your brain 24/7.
Yeah.
Thinking about having to get up and...
Do you think you can control a dream?
No, of course you can't control a dream.
I think I can. I think I've
What do you mean?
I've worked when I'm dreaming during the dream. I've problem solved.
No, you haven't.
I have.
That's impossible.
I have.
What are you talking about?
How do you problem solve during the dream?
I don't know.
No, you don't.
I definitely have. I have. I know for a fact.
So when they frozen
during the dream,
a
scenario's come up, and I have solved whatever the scenario is in my dream, and I've controlled it. I know.
How can you control
I don't know.
about frozen
I don't know
baby
the answer.
elephant, Jay? I'm not sure this is making sense.
I definitely didn't control the baby elephant bit.
No.
Frozen baby elephant.
Right, up next, we're going to be talking about whether Arsenal will actually go and get a centre forward.
whisper it, but are Man City back?
Nunez across to Haaland, and they've got another. He's only been on the field 6 minutes. Great control from Haaland into the area, plays it into the box. Surely they'll score here. Phil Foden into an empty net. It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. Right-footed, goalkeeper didn't move. The ball crashed in off the underside of the crossbar. This is a real statement of intent.
That 5-2 win over Juventus means City face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16 and Juve get Real Madrid. Meanwhile, back in the Premier League, Liverpool's defence will look a lot different next season, with left-back Milos Kerkez arriving at Anfield. As well as his serious talent, Tony Cascarino told talkSPORT he was impressed with the Hungarian's availability for Bournemouth last season.
I think he played nearly every game. And we certainly up to about 33, 34 last year. I'd looked and he hadn't missed one game in the league. He had an incredible record, durability.
Elsewhere, Jofra Archer's back in the England squad for the second test against India next week. But when it comes to picking the 11, former captain Michael Vaughan told us it's not the right time to change a winning formula.
I just don't understand the rush. You know, he's not played the longer format for 4 years. He's had one outing for Sussex up in Durham. He bowled a few overs and he bowled them quite nicely. I look at someone like Josh Tongue. He hoovered up the tail, something that England have not been brilliant at over the years. Surely he plays again at Edgbaston.
Now, there'll be more British players in the Wimbledon singles draw next week than we've seen for over 40 years after world number 719 Oliver Tarvit won his qualifying match. However, Nick Kyrgios doesn't think Emma Raducanu will actually start winning again unless she rediscovers her love for the game we saw when she won the US Open.
We play sport because we loved it, and we just want to go out there and compete and give people entertainment. So I hope that she figures out, you know, what's wrong and what's going on there. I hope she finds the answers, but I completely understand.
There's loads more from Nick on the talkSPORT YouTube channel, including his reaction to past criticism from Simon Jordan. Nick's with us for the whole of Wimbledon as well.
Good morning, this is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark at Buy a Car and opt in to Arnold Clark Rewards to enjoy access to great giveaways and everyday perks. I'm Jamie O'Hara and I'm joined by my psychic Jason Cundy this morning. The sports bar has took over breakfast once again. Somehow we've made it in, we haven't got sacked, and they thought, you know what, we need a couple of people. Brazil can't do it, Ali can't do it, we can't get some decent pods in, so we'll just get them nunties from the sports bar, they'll do it. On the way for you this morning, 5-time Premier League champion, man capped 107 times by England, the current Three Lions under-21 coach Ashley Cole will join us to build up to a huge final against Germany tomorrow. The legend, that is Jimmy Bullard, will tell us how badly he fouled when he tried to qualify for next month's Open. And me and James will take part in our first ever transfer Tinder. But before all that, Arsenal are scrapping around for bargains when a title rivals splash the cash.
And Wirtz. Oh my goodness!
I don't think that a better player will join any team in the Premier League than Florian Wirtz joining Liverpool.
Drilled home by Ryan Cherki for his first Manchester City goal.
He's so good. He's so technically good. And I'm thinking they could have got the steal of the summer.
Arsenal are closing in on their first signing of the summer after agreeing a fee with Brentford for captain Christian Norgard.
Penny pinching for Sesko, we're penny pinching for Gokorich and all these other guys.
Is it Gyökeres? Is it Sesko? Are we going to get one of them? Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping one comes through the door.
It should have been. We can't get Sesko, we can get Sesko. We should have known that already.
Seeing Liverpool strengthening from a position of power, they're seeing Manchester City making 4 signings already, and obviously they've kept their powder dry.
It just felt like this is a season that Arsenal needed to get a striker in, and it just feels like they're still dragging their feet.
Once again, behaving like a bridesmaid at a wedding. Arteta, get your checkbook out, son.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Arsenal at the moment, but it's still early days.
Yeah.
We're not even into July yet, but they haven't signed anyone really over the line. We've got Kepa, Norgard and Zuba-Mendy deals reportedly close, but they still ain't signed a centre-forward. Liverpool signed Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkes, Man City, Rangers, Aït-Nouri, Cherki, Marmoush, Gonzalez, Kusanov in January. Splashing the cash. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, I mean, just Piers Morgan.
I think Arsenal fans are going to get young.
They are getting. If they're flapping, the Arsenal fans are flapping. They are. We have them on the sports bar, right?
Yeah.
We had that fan phone up a couple of nights ago. Why have we not signed anyone? When the window shuts, then you can judge what's happened. The thing that will worry Arsenal fans, and so it should, is Man City. They have decided, right? The rebuild started in January. Mm-hmm. They've shown their teeth. They're moving players out. They're bringing players in at a rapid rate, spending huge amounts of money, identifying areas they need to improve in. Liverpool done the same.
Yeah, I know.
Arsenal, again, it does feel like I don't know what they're waiting for. What... You know,
they're obviously trying to get the right deal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Instead of going out and getting who they need straight away and just going bang.
This conversation should have taken place 6 months ago.
Have they not signed a striker?
I don't get that.
Seriously,
No,
come on. Pre-season, they'll be coming back for pre-season.
Yeah, the window's still open though, right? It's still
I know that, but you need them to make a statement signing.
Are they waiting for something financial to work out how much they can spend? Where
the end of the PSR situation, maybe at the end of the year.
I think something happens at the end of July. Maybe that's why. But Liverpool haven't had that problem. City haven't had that problem.
Well, Arsenal fans can give us a call 0371 223344. We're going to speak to Joel Bay in just a sec. Trivy Matt, who's an Arsenal fan, phone us up. All right, Matty.
All right, Matty boy, where you been?
Morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
I'm all right, Matty. This is a morning one for you. Yeah. We don't really hear from you on the sports bar anymore.
It's because I'm an early morning person now. I've given up the night.
Right, okay. Well, it's good to hear from you. Are you all right?
It's good to have you two back on the airwaves, or to listen to you two on the airwaves again.
Yeah.
Thanks for phoning. What, are you worried, Matt? Are you flapping? You having a flap up?
No, I'm not worried yet. It's the same old thing with Arsenal, isn't it? They always leave things till the last minute. I don't get it. Sesko, we were looking at Sesko in January.
Yeah.
Surely there was something set up in place in January, so I don't get how that one's being difficult and they can't get that one across the line.
Do you think Arsenal penny pinching? He just Piers Morgan. That's his quote, not mine. Arsenal penny pinching again. Is that how you feel?
They're always after a little bargain, and they don't want to spend that much money. But I do think that you hit something on the end there about this PSR thing. I don't know if they're waiting until that's over the line, and then they can start cracking on. You know what I mean?
They must know.
But me personally, I like Gyökeres. I'd like Gyökeres in, really.
I think Gyökeres would be a good signing.
Again, what? There must be. The Arsenal fans must feel. Why have we not done something now? Why have we not got something rolling? They're linked with a lot of players. I mean, they're getting Norgard, right?
Yeah.
Kepa, they're bought in Kepa.
They're doing the wrong things at the wrong times. You know, Norgard, Kepa, what?
Yeah, I know, but if they're deals that can get done, if they're deals that they can get done now, get them done.
No, fine.
The big deal might be waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
We don't quite know yet, do we? Right? We're digging them out, and Arsenal fans will sit there.
I'm not digging them out. Arsenal fans are flapping. They're flapping.
Just call them flappers.
No, the Arsenal fans are flapping.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Matt over here.
Flappy Matt.
They are. Piers Morgan's having a flap up. They are. They're all worried.
They're definitely not flapping.
No, not flapping. When will you start flapping?
What will be, will be. That's
that sounds like someone flapping, Matt.
Yeah. Matt, it's good to speak to you, matey. It's nice to hear from you.
James, have you checked out your Instagram yet?
Go on. What's the matter?
I I sent you a little clip of a beach.
Oh, of a beach. All right. Yeah. See, I love a beach. I had a few people message me about the old beach, mate.
Yeah, what's wrong? Yeah,
I want to go to some nice English beaches.
Oh
you know, UK beaches.
What's stopping you?
Well, because I don't know where they are. You know, I want someone to send me. Apparently, North Wales has got some lovely beaches.
Right, okay.
So, you know, let me know, matey. Top man, mate. Talking about Arsenal, Joel Bayer has joined us now. Arsenal fan podcaster. All right, Joel.
All right, Joel.
How's it going, boys? You all right? Wait, hang on a minute. I thought Ray and Alan were on the show today. That's the only reason why I came on.
Sorry, Joel, mate. Sorry, mate. You're going to have to deal with us this morning.
It's unfortunate. Hey, listen, Chichester Beach, West Wittering. That's a really nice one for you to check out.
Okay.
I went Portsmouth, so I used to go there pretty often. Like, really nice. It's a private beach, so it's done by like 6:30, but which is not a bad timing. Check it out. It's really nice.
All right. Sweet. I'll give that a go. See, Leonel Beach is
working fine.
Yeah. Fine. Joel, what's going on with Arsenal? Cundy's calling you flappers.
Why are we panicking? That's my question. Why are we panicking? We've already done 3 signings so far, right? We got Kepa, we've got Zubimendi. I don't know why we're panicking. We got
Zubimendi?
We're talking, yeah.
Is it done?
We've got him, and then on top of that,
Is it done though? Is it done? Have I missed something? It's not confirmed. Okay.
It's not confirmed, done though, isn't it? Right. We're not. It's not gonna. He wants to come to us. It's done. You know, and then on top of that, we've got the young centre back, the Valencia centre back coming as well. So like, what's the problem? If you look at Arsenal's big signings, what's the really last big signing that we made? Like where we really broke the bank. Probably got Declan Rice. That was done, if I'm not mistaken, on the 10th of July, right? Yeah, it was done. And then you got Ozil, which wasn't even done till the 2nd of September. So I don't actually.
I know, but when you're seeing Liverpool, Man City splashing the cash, going big signings, you're signing Norgard, Kepa, and as you said, a young Valencia centre half. I mean, it ain't Florian Wirtz, is it? It ain't. You know, it's not. This is not marquee signings that you need.
Well, let's be honest with you. Credit to Liverpool, because obviously with signing Florian, what they've done is they've beaten Real Madrid, they've beaten Man City, and they've beaten Bayern Munich. Sometimes that's just going to happen. A player knows where he wants to go, and that's it. That's probably more to say about the player than the club. And then when you look at us with our Kepa signing, he's got some experience, you know what I mean? But he's not going to be the number 1 goalkeeper. But we've got someone there in place, because last year you probably would have struggled to tell me who Arsenal's number 2 goalkeeper is. So we've addressed that situation. You know, don't forget we've got Max Dowman, the young protege, the 16-year-old who's going to be playing first team football today, and he's going to absolutely light up the Premier League, you know. So we're going towards the right direction. Would I have wanted a striker now? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Of course I would have wanted one signed now, but it's still so early, and you got to remember the Club World Cup stuff's happening. You can wait after that. You can still sign someone. We're either gonna get Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko or someone. We're gonna get someone.
But Joe, what do you make of Piers Morgan? His words, not mine, saying they're penny pinching, and that's you know, he mentioned there about being the bridesmaids again. That's a, you know, he's a big Arsenal fan, Piers. He's having a bit of a flap up.
Yeah, well, you know, Piers says a lot of things, innit? It doesn't necessarily mean he's right. But I do think in this instance we have to be honest. Like Arsenal, they do look for the right deal, innit? Like, I don't know if the words are penny pinching, but we're probably the club that likes to, out of the big 6, we like to put our money in the right places. And to be fair, if you look at the last 3 years, I'm not saying we shouldn't have won the Premier League, but hey, I'll tell you, they deserve to do so. They've done well with their signings. So
who deserves to win it?
Who deserves to win it?
Yeah, I thought you said we deserve to win it. I thought you just said that Arsenal deserves.
Do you think Arsenal can win the Premier League next season?
Yeah, I think we can. I think if we get that striker in that we're all talking about, then I think we can. I just think we just need to cover a couple places. So I would say if you get someone on the left-hand side, Martinelli's side, and you get a striker, then you got serious competition. Because if you're looking at our midfield, you got the Winieris, you got, like I said, Max Dowman, who I'm really looking forward to seeing, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, you got Saliba at the back, Gabriel. I mean, we got really. If
you have another season not winning a trophy, though, he's got to go, isn't he, Arteta?
Yeah, I think I'm not the Arteta in and Arteta out fans. I leave that to you boys. But for me personally,
you're an Arsenal fan, though. If he doesn't win a major trophy, where are you going to sit?
I want to see something this year. I'm not going to lie.
Where are you going to sit on Arteta's future? Because this is he's going into his 6th season now. He joined in 19, right?
Yeah, no, I do believe we need to see trophies this year. We do. And I'm not even just talking FA Cups.
No.
Either Champions League or Premier League. Has to be.
Yeah.
For me.
But you did score 2 great free kicks against Real Madrid, though, didn't you?
Yeah, you opened up bus parade for that, didn't you?
Know, what a night that was against Real Madrid.
Good DVD.
What a great night that was.
Who have Tottenham signed so far this season?
Champions League football.
Who have Tottenham signed so far this season?
Champions League. Matthias Tell, mate. Good player.
Are you guys going to sell another car park, Chelsea?
Do what we can. Don't care. Ain't my money.
Fair enough.
Joel, good to speak to you, mate.
Joel.
Take care.
You too, guys.
Cheers, boy.
Good DVD, that Real Madrid Arsenal.
2 great free kicks.
Well played.
Dying out on that for the next.
Yeah.
We beat Real Madrid.
We beat Real Madrid trophy. Oh dear. Right, we're going to hear from Liverpool fan who isn't ruling Arsenal out of the title race, even without the signings. Listening to talkSPORT Breakfast, me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. We've been talking about Arsenal's lack of transfer business in comparison to their rivals. Let's hear from a Liverpool fan on the subject. Daryl joins us. Right, Daryl?
Daryl?
Hello, mate. You okay?
I'm good, Daz. How are you? You must be happy.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I am definitely. I think we could win it. I'm hoping. I think we could, but more importantly, I think Arsenal shouldn't worry too much because last year we never signed anyone, and we won the league, and no one gave us a shout.
Yeah, I know, but
I think there are holes in Arsenal's squad though that's been gaping for quite a while.
Yeah, you had a ready-made squad really already, didn't you? Jurgen Klopp left you with a great team.
Where did we finish when Klopp left? Do you know what I mean?
You had an injury-hit season though, didn't you? That season, if I remember rightly.
The same as Arsenal have this year.
It's a different season though, don't you think? Like you won the league last season in a poor season.
That's just bits of people who would say that, isn't it?
No, but it's not, it wasn't a great league last year.
It wasn't a great league.
It wasn't a great. Liverpool.
You can only beat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that Chelsea finished fourth, right? We're not the fourth best side in the country, are we? I mean, the table will tell you we are.
The league wouldn't lie, would it?
No, I know, but you know, when you think about Chelsea's season and you look back at it now, think about we won one away game in 4 months. We beat Spurs.
You had that good run, didn't you?
Yeah, towards the end, we won 8 of our last 9, something like that. But we had the run from Christmas. Our New Year was shocking, honestly, terrible run. But we still managed to finish 4. Look, Liverpool were the best of everyone, right? And well done and congratulations. But over the course of the season last year, our Arsenal fans must be sitting there thinking, have we not done better than we did? In the end, Arsenal, they gave the league up. Liverpool too strong, too good.
I just think like maybe there's something to do with even the staff, like the medics and stuff like that. Because obviously, if they get loads of injuries like that, then there's a reason why.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Daryl. If Arsenal win the league this season, there'll be uproar.
Yeah, Liverpool can't.
Anfield.
Yeah, there will be
uproar. You can't tell me. You say Arsenal, they're falling behind, mate. You signed Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkes.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
like come on.
There's no way Liverpool are going to finish below Arsenal next season. I can't see it right now.
Well, by the way, I don't think Arsenal will win it, but I'm just saying it's never rule them out because. As I said, we done it, and we had an injury-hit season. So Arsenal, they're pretty much in the same situation.
I think it's between you and Man City.
Losing Saka and Odegaard, there's no question that affected Arsenal season. There's no doubt about that. They're two best, most influential players, and then Odegaard and Saka had that lovely relationship on that right-hand side. Yeah. So losing the pair of them for the period they did had an influence, but. You can't use that as an excuse. You can't use it.
I just think this season, I think we're going to see a really brilliant Premier League.
It does feel like
Man City have spent money. Liverpool have spent money.
Big
dogs are back.
Yeah,
Man United and Tottenham can't be as terrible as they were.
You bought Tell.
Good player, Tell. Good player. Yeah, good player. Done well.
With that?
Need more.
Where are you lot? I mean, you haven't digging out Arsenal. What are you lot?
What do you mean?
What are you signing?
Well, we're doing things under the... We signed Thomas Frank.
17th, mate. You lot.
We've signed Thomas Frank.
You lot were a disgrace. Absolute disgrace last year. How you can show your face is amazing. Honestly, digging out Arsenal.
European champions.
Don't wind me up.
European champions.
Don't wind me up.
We've got a Super Cup. 13th.
Don't, mate.
Yeah.
You're having your pants pulled down.
August.
Pants pulled
we are
down.
Playing PSG.
Getting spanked. Getting whooped.
Right, let's get an update on the Qatar Airways Lions Tour in partnership with Tenor Men.
Qatar Airways Lions Tour Roundup on talkSPORT with coverage sponsored by Tenor Men. You're not the only one looking for a solid defence down under. Upgrade your protection. Visit tenormen.co.uk today.
Andy Farrell named his Lions squad yesterday morning to take on the Western Force on Saturday morning, live and exclusive on talkSPORT in their first warm-up game down under. Dan Sheehan is captain for the day. Andy Farrell has made 13 changes to his starting 15. Let's get more of this and say good morning to talkSPORT reporter Andrew McKenna. All right, Macca?
Good morning, boys. How are we?
Yeah, good. Look, we're building up to the Lions tour. Always, a good feeling. Dan Sheehan, he'll be feeling, quite happy about this.
Oh, yeah, not half. To get the captaincy of the Lions is pretty special.
Yeah.
But considering that earlier on in the year that he'd had a serious injury, wasn't sure he was actually going to make it at one point, but it's a brilliant turnaround for him. It's only the 4th game in his pro career where he's been captain. That tells you all you need to know from Andy Farrell's point of view when the head coach says, yep, you're going to be our man this time round.
What's the reaction been, Macca, since that defeat last weekend against Argentina? You know, I've listened to you on talkSPORT, many other people saying that things can be learnt from that. I know Farrell's a bit more scathing about the defeat and said it wasn't good enough. But now there's the dust has settled. What's the reaction been?
Andy Farrell is still of the same opinion that the standards were not good enough. They are here to win every single game of the tour. The honest answer is, though, the ones that matter is being ready at the first test. I don't believe that they can be at peak for 4 weeks. Sports people simply cannot do that for that length of time. Therefore, I think they're actually building up, and therefore when they hit Brisbane for the first test, that is what matters, and they know that. So we should, I think, expect an improvement from Argentina last week, because it is a stepping stone in the right direction, but you're not going to see a perfect performance. They have made 13 changes, as Jamie alluded to. So, you know, we're not going to see a lot of continuity, although a lot of the Leinster players and the Ireland players will know each other, but we had a lot of England players against Argentina last week. There's still new groups. They're still putting things together. So I expect it to be better. But am I expecting it to be perfect? No. But then again, I don't want it to be perfect this weekend. I want it to be perfect in 4 weekends' time when they play the first test.
Yeah. What kind of level are Western Force?
The weakest of the Australian Super Rugby franchises. They missed out on the playoffs this year, so they play 14 games in Super Rugby. They won 4 of them. Now, that actually is the same record as what they had in 2013 when the Lions came down, and they were the first game that the Lions played on Australian soil. They'd won 4 games that year, actually out of 18 matches in their league campaign, and the Lions won that 69-17. So that gives you a bit of an idea of where they are. What they do have is a few more internationals. So they've got 9 players in the Australia squad for their warm-up game against Fiji. 5 of them had been released back to the force to play against the Lions. You remember early in the week there was all that hoo-ha about the tour agreement saying that players had to be released. So 5 were sent back, and then they also picked up an injury this week. So Ben Donaldson was also sent back yesterday. So he will be playing as well, although not in his normal position. So I don't expect a 69-17 scoreline. I do expect the Lions to win, though.
Macca, how much of this team did you think Farrell knows going into that first test? Because it's very different, the Lions. It's not like when you go to a World Cup. Thomas Tuchel is building with this squad throughout the time that he's there, and you have a clear idea of maybe at least half the team, maybe slightly over that. But because this is a squad of players, some have never played together before, how much of that starting 11 do you think he actually knows? Or starting lineup, I should say.
We asked him that either in the build-up or the post-match to Argentina last week, and he said, I've given up trying to work it out. Okay. He was joking about it, but he said, there are so many variables, there are so many things that can happen between then and now with bumps and bruises. He said, I was trying to work it out lying in bed one night, and I just threw the piece of paper and the pencil down and went, this is just pointless. Right. So what we'll see is, I think that the game to look out for is the Brumbies game on the 9th of July. Generally speaking, they will put the test team or very, very close to it out in one of the final games before the first test, because they'll want a run out together so that all the combinations. So I think we're either looking at the Brumbies game on the 9th or the Waratahs game on the 5th. By the time we get to those games, I think he's going to have a pretty good idea. You might find 1 or 2 changes. Warren Gatland did that a couple of tours ago in New Zealand. They actually had a Tuesday game before the Saturday test match, and a couple of players in the Tuesday game played so well that he actually they forced their way into the Test match 23. So look out for those games. The Waratahs and the Brumbies, that should be giving us an idea of what Andy Farrell is thinking of the Test matches.
Okay, Macca, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, boys.
Right, Lions coverage begins at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Kickoff is at 11. That was thanks to Tenor Men.
Qatar Airways Lions Tour Roundup on talkSPORT with coverage sponsored by Tanner Men. You're not the only one looking for a solid defence down under. Upgrade your protection. Visit tannermen.co.uk today.
Whisper it, but are Man City back?
It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. Right-footed, goalkeeper didn't move. The ball crashed in off the underside of the crossbar. This is a real statement of intent.
That 5-2 win over Juventus means City face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16, and Juve get Real Madrid. Meanwhile, back in the Premier League, Liverpool's defence will look a lot different next season, with left-back Milos Kerkez arriving at Anfield. As well as his serious talent, Tony Cascarino told talkSPORT he was impressed with the Hungarian's availability for Bournemouth last season.
I think he played nearly every game. And we certainly up to about 33, 34 last year. I'd looked and he hadn't missed one game.
Now, there'll be more British players in the Wimbledon singles draw next week than we've seen for over 40 years after world number 719 Oliver Tarvit won his qualifying match. However, Nick Kyrgios doesn't think Emma Raducanu will actually start winning again unless she rediscovers her love for the game we saw when she won the US Open.
And we just want to go out there and compete and give people entertainment. So I hope that she figures out, you know, what's wrong and what's going on there. I hope she finds the answers, but I completely understand.
There's loads more from Nick on the talkSPORT YouTube channel, including his reaction to past criticism from Simon Jordan.
Morning Al, morning Ray. How are you this Friday? I'm gutted I'm actually not in today because Friday's the best day of the week with you two. It's so much fun. And we were treated to have you on Tuesday as well this week because you're so good together. So I'm going to miss you today. Have a great Friday. Keep entertaining the nation the best way you always do. Lots of love. Bye.
What's going on?
We're actually getting mugged off
Shaban's
here.
joined in now.
Even Shaban's getting involved in slaughtering us.
It's like Shaban.
Yeah.
It's like Shaban.
Yeah.
I'm going to message her now.
You're going to message her?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
What are you doing?
You know, they get me and you in, right, to, you know, bring the sports bar
to
the breakfast,
yeah,
and we get mugged off.
I know.
It's an absolute disgrace.
I'll be complaining to HR, mate.
Yeah.
Go straight to HR.
Well, I've been complaining to HR about your flip-flops, and you got trainers on today. So you bottled it. Right? You give it the big un, give it all that to the nation, saying, I'll wear flip-flops whenever I want. I'll do what I want.
I didn't want to wear them.
You get the breakfast show, and all of a sudden, you're in trainers.
Right, at the drive last Friday, come in, had to double down on the flip-flop. Double down on
but drives at 4 till 7. Oh, management are gone by 3, mate.
Yeah, they are lazy.
They're lazy. They're gone. They're out the door.
Yeah.
All management are here this morning. They're coming in. They're going to be coming in, saying hello. Right, how are you, Jay? Seen you for 15 years. How you been?
Yeah, that's right.
And you come in, you've got trainers on.
Have I bottled it? Is that what you're saying?
You've had a
bottled it.
You're a bottle job. You are a bottle job. We're going to be focusing on Manchester City. They hammered Juventus 5-2 last night. You can give us a call 03717223344. If the Pep Boys are back, they face Al Hilal on Tuesday for a place in the quarter-finals. Have you enjoyed the Club World Cup? I know Chelsea are in it.
I've seen I've not followed it like I would a World Cup. It's... You know, I just binge on the football, as we will be doing next year in America. I think now with the last 16, I will definitely pay more attention to the other team. I've seen as much football as I can.
I've enjoyed the South American sides.
Yeah, they've been good.
They've been good to watch.
They have. They've impressed. I mean, the weather conditions obviously is conducive to the way they play.
I think it's a massive problem for the World Cup next year. I really do.
I agree with that.
And the vast of where it is.
40 degrees. There was one game playing 40 degrees.
And one game got called off because of a tornado.
It's been, well, it is what it is. We had a World Cup over in Qatar last time, and the weather conditions that were a concern there. And as it turned out,
it was in the winter. It was in the winter.
It was their winter, yeah.
It was their winter. You know, it's you go to Dubai and Qatar in the winter, it's bearable. Right, and you play in the evening, it's fine. You're talking about these games in the World Cup next year in the summer, in Texas and California and Orlando. It's roasting.
Yes, it is.
Look, I've said it and I'll say it again. Forget England in the World Cup
because of the weather.
Not
because we're not good enough.
No, not because we're not good enough. Because we are good enough. We've shown that, but. I'm telling you now, England, forget them as a force in the World Cup.
Well, isn't Tuchel setting some sort of tent up that they can train or try and do something to replicate the conditions?
You can't acclimatise.
No, you
can't. You go out there for 2 weeks before.
Are we getting our excuses in now?
Well, I'm just saying it's not an excuse. I'm just saying you cannot acclimatise to that sort of weather in 2 weeks.
No,
can't happen. You've got to be there for a year. You know, you go out to these places for a year, and all of a sudden you start thinking. 18 degrees is cold. But it's not. I'm telling you, we're going to struggle.
It's levels of heat, and it's going to have an impact. Of course, it will. But some of the South American sides, that's what they work and live in most days. Yeah, very different, but it does feel a little bit like we're getting excuses in early.
We are getting excuses in. Talking of excuses, I see a story this morning about player liaison officers. It's in the Daily Mail. Shocking tales of an unnamed Premier League player liaison officer. Yeah. Have you ever had did you have player liaison officers?
Do you know, we didn't, matey. No. It's something it's coming to the modern game because there are so many players now that come from different parts of the world. Some can't speak the language. Culturally, it's a very different atmosphere coming in, trying to settle into London. And it's been done to make sure that their players have nothing else on their mind. They sort out hotels for them. They get viewings sorted out for houses they want.
Well, they also sort out a lot of other problems for you as well.
Go on, it sounds like I'm talking to male experience here.
Listen, I love the old player liaison officer because they are meant to be the guy that you go to when you're in trouble and you don't want.
When you say trouble, right? What do you mean trouble?
Well, if you've fallen out of a nightclub.
Why are you falling out of a nightclub?
Well, these things happen.
Lipstick on your collar, that kind of one. What about that photograph of you when you come out of a nightclub?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
That one.
It was a long time ago.
You up to all sorts of bad stuff in that club.
Yeah.
What happened there? What was that night? What happened?
Well,
I don't know. Tell me.
Well, I was having a tough time. I was spiraling out of control.
Were you?
Yeah. And
is that the one where you come out and you look like you got
Well, I was a little bit annoyed with that one because I'd gone out and, I'd gone out with my mates and I'd come back to London. I was up at Wolves at the time. I was having a bad time and I need to get back to London and go out with a pal.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah,
so I hadn't seen my mates for a while.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
Well,
China White.
Went China White. Champagne was flowing. We enjoyed ourselves. And spent a few quid. And all I remember saying to my mate was, go outside and check to see if there's anyone out there who's taking a picture. Because
paps.
Yeah, like the paps. Because I was in a bit of a pickle. Player liaison officer had a message saying, I might not be making it back to Wolverhampton.
Why not?
Well, because
you're stumbling out of a club at 5 in the morning.
So when I go out, I go out and I get pictured, and I don't look great.
You don't look, mate. You don't look. That's putting it mildly.
I don't look great.
No,
it's
not a great.
It's not a great picture.
I'm going to Google it now.
But when you see it, you can see my mate putting his arm out. He's got his hand out, trying to stop him taking pictures. And I go to my best mate. And I say, I told you to see if anyone was outside to let me know so we could go out the back door. And he said, yeah, I did go outside and I see there was paps out there, but they said they was waiting for someone famous.
Brutal.
I went, yeah, that was me.
Where is it?
You're not famous.
Do you know what, right? So I've got, it says it, I've gone here, Jamie O'Hara, what's called Love Undercover. Let me get rid of that. Hold on.
No, don't.
Hold on, Jamie
Move on
O'Hara
from that
pics.
Come on, James, come on.
Let me find it,
Come on,
mate.
No, I don't want to find it. You don't need to find it. No one needs to see it.
I do need to find it.
No one needs to see it. It was, I was a young lad.
You come stumbling out of a club. It's that one. Have you got lipstick on your collar?
No, that's just champagne.
What is it?
It was champagne.
What red?
It was champagne.
Was it rosé?
Yeah, it was rosé. I was drinking champagne.
O'Hara nightclub. Hold on. It says O'Hara Nightmares Club.
There's a few of them. I'm moving on. Still to come on Talk Breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. From excavators to skips or cement mixers to pressure washers, Travis Perkins Hire has all your landscaping needs covered.
Oh gosh, look at you! What is going on there?
What? Show me.
That one coming out.
Oh, I look so young.
Look at you.
I look young.
What, mate? Look at the lipstick all over his.
It's not lipstick. It's rosé champagne. I'm a young lad there. Good shirt though, Vivian Westwood back in the day with the 3 buttons.
Look at it, mate. That looks like your boy, by the way.
I look all right. I look young. I look so young, mate, and innocent and naive.
That's in the mail.
Oh God.
There's another one.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
That's the.
That's my best mate. That is my best mate with his arm out.
Try to help.
And he said,
"Stop thinking."
I thought someone famous was coming out. That's what they thought.
Mate, dear. Mate, this lipstick. That is definitely lipstick.
Bad times. We've all been there. England under-21 assistant boss Ashley Cole is joining us from 9. So stay tuned for that. The young Lions face Germany tomorrow live on talkSPORT for the chance to be crowned back-to-back European champions. Jimmy Bullard is joining us as well to explain how he messed up his open qualifier, and we'll have a bit of Glastonbury talkSPORT, which I promise you won't want to miss. And of course, it wouldn't be a Friday without everyone's favourite transfer Tinder. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. It's easy to hire at Travis Perkins with a Travis Perkins trade account.
Sam Matterface here, aka Little Sam. In fact, I was on a train the other day and someone shouted out, "Oi, it's Little Sam!" I know Alan and Ray give me a little bit of stick on a Friday because of my little stature, but I've got to be honest, it is the best day of the week for me, and I wouldn't swap them for anyone.
I messaged him as well.
Yeah, yes.
I'm busy after the show.
You are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. The reunion of the century, though, starts next week. We're giving you a chance to win a pair of Oasis tickets in Manchester on July 19th. Yes, you heard that right. Oasis Live 25 is sold out, but TalkSPORT can get you in. That's not all. Alongside the tickets, we'll put you up for a night in a hotel. Put $5,000 in your back pocket, completely tax-free. Listen up right now for everything you need to know and how to enter.
Alright, kid. You have to be over 18 to enter in the UK, excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win a pair of tickets to the most electrifying rock and roll reunion of the century, a hotel stay, and $5,000 spending money, all you got to do is text the word Oasis to 83338 by Monday the 7th of July at 11 p.m. and you'll be entered into the draw to go supersonic this summer. Sorted. Right, here's all the legal stuff. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You've got to have the bill payer's permission or post your name and number to Oasis Prize Draw, P.O. Box 3190, Colchester, CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 10th of July. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com.
Can't wait. Got my tickets.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go and see Oasis.
Yeah?
Yeah, really looking forward to it,
Yeah.
matey. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
You sorted me out?
We ain't got tickets yet.
What do you mean I haven't got tickets? I asked you to sort me tickets.
What do you mean I asked you to sort tickets?
Well, I asked you the other day to message Noel, right? Because he's your mate. Well, he's Goldstein's mate, really. He's not your mate.
No,
he's Goldstein's
I know,
mate.
he ain't my mate, but I know. But listen,
Right.
I messaged him, right?
Yeah.
I did message him.
Did you message him?
I messaged him. He blue ticked.
Yeah.
Hasn't got back.
Nice.
Do you know what, mate? Here's the thing, right? When I asked him, when I messaged him, I said, look, they'll sort me out some tickets, right? He sorted me out, right? Maybe he don't like you. Maybe he listens to the show. Stop slagging City off, right?
When do I slag City off?
Oh, mate, you're always digging out City.
What are you talking about?
Noel's probably listening, thinking,
No, Noel's out of order.
he's an absolute twit.
We get him on the show. We have a laugh.
Mate, it's not my fault he don't like you.
No, it's out of order because the amount of things I sort
Right.
out for you.
Right,
I've sorted
listen.
you out holidays. I've sorted you out gigs.
Listen.
I've sorted you out golf days. You don't even play
Mate,
golf.
listen, right? It's not
Mate, you
my
can't
fault.
even get me some Oasis
listen,
tickets.
I can't tell Noel to like you. He blue ticked, hasn't even got back. As soon as I messaged him about tickets, straight away come back. No problem, Jason, I'll sort you out.
You know what?
Right?
You really didn't want to send that message either, did you?
I sent it. Blue tick, not heard back from him. Do you want me to message him again?
No, don't message him again.
No?
No. I'll just, I'll pay for them. I'll pay for the tickets.
Well, you're not going to get them for free.
No, I don't want them for free. I just wanted to get some tickets.
Right.
And I thought you might have had an in because you speak to Noel.
Right, okay. So
Like,
look,
you're speaking basically to the main man.
Listen, ain't my fault. I don't think he likes you. That's my own take on it, mate. I think he listens to the show and he's listening to O'Hara and he's like, O'Hara, I don't want O'Hara at my concert.
I love Oasis as well.
You do love Oasis.
It's a wounder. It's like
Who's
my
your favourite? Noel or Liam? Who's your favourite?
Liam now. Time now for this.
Stick a load of singles in there and then they fall in love.
Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
A 36-year-old, you'll have the knockers, you will.
Just because it's offering its teat, do I really have to muscle on that?
Is there anything in your personal life that could be causing you stress, sir?
I'm not a great lover.
Oh, what's your name?
Sarah Louise.
Sarah Louise. Fuck, you're up for it, aren't you?
I was in love at the time, that's what I was doing.
At the time. Right, Sam Ellard is back with us for a bit of Transfer Tinder.
Transfer Tinder. Is your first time playing Transfer Tinder on this?
So listen,
Not the first time on Tinder.
No,
but,
I've never been on Tinder.
Have you not?
I've never been on
Dating apps in general?
No, never been on a dating app. But tell you what Goldstein and I did years ago when Tinder became a thing. We did a face swap. So it was Goldstein's head and my face. And we stuck this monstrosity on Tinder, but it was just a combination of the pair of us. And we only got a match.
Just one?
We got just one match. We got one match. So it was his hair, his head, my face.
What do you mean his head? Your
so
face?
we did a face swap. You know, did a face swap.
Oh, so
we did a face swap on us.
Good fun.
And this creature, you look at it going, think I know that.
Probably better looking than you, though.
Mate, honestly, it was so weird to look at the pair
Did
of
you
us.
have a swipe yourself or not really?
Oh, you filthy pig! Swiping myself. Oh, I see. You know.
No, you have a little swipe on the app.
No,
you know?
I didn't. We said we also put Billy there. One word Billy on.
Yes, he was a good-looking boy though.
But this creature that we
Yeah,
kind of conjured up.
Mate, I'm telling you, the dating platforms.
Yeah, is it a thing?
It's a thing.
Are you on there, Sam? You're a single boy, right?
Yeah, I'm a
Are you
single
on
boy.
there?
Yeah, I'm on there.
Oh, yeah.
How many matches you got?
One as well. No,
On Tinder?
No.
You got one match? Sammy, that's disappointing.
No, I've got more than one. I'm joking with you. How did you meet your current partner? If you don't
I
mind me
met her.
asking?
I actually met her on a dating platform. I did.
Was it Raya?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Raya.
No.
I got banned
That's
from
like a
Raya.
celebrity one.
What's Raya?
You got banned from Raya?
I couldn't get on Raya. That shows. That's how embarrassing.
No,
that
even
is.
I got on Raya. You can get on Raya.
You got on Raya.
Hold on. What is Raya?
It's like
Raya's like it's a dating app for celebrities.
It's like
I don't know, but I couldn't get on
it. You clearly do know. You should tell him about it.
Well, I don't know. I've never been on it, but it's it's
influencers, that sort of stuff.
Influencers and all that. Yeah.
Did they give their custard pie you?
They pied me.
No, they couldn't
me a
have.
massive custard. But I met my future wife.
The
lucky future wife. I met her on Hinge.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was on there for a week. She was on there a week. We had a little chat. Bang, done. See you later.
Bang.
Bosh.
Bang.
What was your opening line? Like, how do you slide into
What was the photo? Wasn't that when you stumbled out of a nightclub?
I think it was I think there was something on her profile about curtains or something about one of her icks or something like men leaving their curtains closed or something. And I said,
that a euphemism?
No, and I said, I'll make sure we keep the curtains open. First time I see you.
And the rest is history.
I'm marrying her.
What a great opening line, right?
Right, curtains. There's
no,
the curtains are closed.
Listen, it worked. It worked.
What about now? Are the curtains?
They're always
definitely closed. Aren't they now? Yeah. Too late now, isn't it? So, guys, let's have a look then, shall we? See what's on Transfer
So how's it
Tinder.
work? What does it go?
I'm going to tell you. So,
Left one way, right the other, right?
You're swiping left or swiping right. Firstly, we got Jadon Sancho.
Right.
To Juventus, age 25, height 5'11", currently sofa surfing after being locked out of his house by his former landlord. Did find a bit of love in West London, but it didn't last too long, and now he's looking for an old lady to help find stability. Very good indeed. Yeah. He spent loads of time travelling, and he's particularly fond of Europe and could be attracted to visit again. Turin's temptations could even help him back to his best. So what do you reckon then? Jadon Sancho to Juventus. We think around £20 million potentially. Are you swiping left?
I don't know which way's
right?
which.
Which way's which? Which?
Swiping left is yes. Swiping right is a no.
It's the other way round.
Is it?
Swiping right is yes.
There we go.
You got to swipe right for yes.
Right. Right. So it's right for yes. I've got to write this down. Yes, right.
I would say I'm going to swipe right.
You're swiping right. You think Jadon Sancho maybe move abroad, back out of the Premier League, play regular football?
Get him out of the Premier League. He's not happy here. He just feels like he's better abroad. You know?
Okay. They got to get shot. Yeah. I mean, at 20 million, that's cheap.
He's still worth a punt at £20 million, isn't he?
Does he do enough though?
He doesn't do enough, but £20 million.
No, I agree.
There we go for swiping.
I'm swiping to the right.
A quick swipe then from the two J's. Next up, who have we got? We've got Cristiano Romero, age 27, height 6'1", to Atletico Madrid, currently in North London, but dreaming of Madrid sunset. Certainly talks a good game, known to be much loved, but also talks.
I'm swiping left. Like, stop right now. You're not selling our best player. He's not going to Atletico Madrid. Right? He's a Tottenham player.
No, just
it's quite an aggressive approach, that, isn't it?
Yeah, like, don't start trying to bring up your rumours for your little.
It's not my fault he came up on Tinder. He's on Tinder.
Calm down.
Yeah.
No, you're getting
Cristiano Romero's not going
tickets.
nowhere.
No, take it out, Romero. It's not my fault. No, don't like you. Why are you being like that?
Romero's not going nowhere.
What if a big offer comes in? 65 million pounds.
65? Are you joking?
I'm just throwing it out there.
60 million?
Yeah, say no to
He's
it.
worth 90. He's a World Cup winner. He ain't going nowhere.
Mate, don't know, mate.
Nowhere.
Don't know,
Cristiano
mate.
Romero's not
He's
going
a liability,
nowhere.
the boy.
He's not a liability.
He's a liability.
He's not.
Mate, he's a walking red card.
He's not a walking red card.
Well, he is.
In big games,
he gets sent off.
Monstrous. He isn't. He played in that Europa League final. He was amazing alongside Van der Ven.
A terrible game.
Yeah, but he was brilliant.
Was he?
Was brilliant. Yes, he was.
Was he?
In big games, in
I'm
big
swiping
moments.
right. Get rid.
Cristiano Romero.
You're going right, you're going left, yeah.
He ain't going nowhere.
There we go. And last one, we want to mix things up a little bit. Normally we've got a third player, but we want to talk about some potential talkSPORT presenter changes. Rumours around that a number of talented individuals are looking to change it up this summer. You boys are on the breakfast show. Jeff Stelling fancies the sports bar, the show, not the presenters. And let's be honest, they need a little bit of eye candy, don't they? We hear out in Brazil wants to cozy up to Simon Jordan, and King of Overnights Paul Ross desires the daytime. So we've got you boys on breakfast.
Yeah.
If you had the power of one presenter change this summer, a bit of fun, of course. Come on, what's the combination you boys want to see?
I'd like to see
Joel Bayer.
Get them on overnights together. Spend the night together.
Overnight.
Yes. The best friends.
That'd be amazing.
Here you go, Jace.
I would like to see O'Hara with Goldstein. I'd like to hear that.
I'm done it.
You've done Drive, haven't you, before?
I'd like to. Yeah, I know, but.
I don't want to work with Goldstein.
How do you think Goldstein would get on with Simon Jordan on Drive Time?
One, yeah.
Goldstein and Jordan be interesting, wouldn't it?
That'd be a good test.
I actually done one of Simon's first ever shows. In fact, it could have been the show. He was on the Sports Bar. This is
Simon Jordan done Sports Bar.
Simon Jordan, I swear on my life, I was alongside Simon Jordan. One of the first ever shows he ever did. I was presenting, right? One of the first ever shows he did was alongside me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you should
look what I've done.
You should take credit for all of his success.
I am.
So you basically made Simon Jordan what he is today.
I'd like to think I had an influence.
They thought they'd bring him in for an experienced pro like you.
Simon, I love Simon. I've got a lot of time for Simon. He's not
brilliant.
He is, yeah. But he was first Sports Bar, yeah. I don't even if he probably won't even remember it. Do you know, I saw him. I've told you this, right? A couple of years ago. Not even that. Maybe 18 months ago. I'm driving on the way to Stamford Bridge to a Chelsea game. The sun was out. He's on a bike. I saw this big white floppy hair, sunbed, puts lemon in his hair. Anyway, I pulled him alongside and I went inside, beat me on. Anyway, I had a chat to him. Turned around, he said, "Are you still at talkSPORT?" He obviously don't listen.
You don't listen at that time of night, that's for sure. Unbelievable. Right, so everybody,
good stuff, guys.
Up next, we're going to find out exactly how long it would take me and Jason to score 300 career goals.
Whisper it, but are Man City back?
Nunez across to Haaland, and they've got another. He's only been on the field 6 minutes. Great control from Haaland into the area, plays it into the box. Surely they'll score here. Phil Foden into an empty net. It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. Right-footed, goalkeeper didn't move. The ball crashed in off the underside of the crossbar. This is a real statement of intent.
That 5-2 win over Juventus means City face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16 and Juve get Real Madrid. Meanwhile, back in the Premier League, Liverpool's defence will look a lot different next season, with left-back Milos Kerkez arriving at Anfield. As well as his serious talent, Tony Cascarino told talkSPORT he was impressed with the Hungarian's availability for Bournemouth last season.
I think he played nearly every game. And we certainly up to about 33, 34 last year. I looked and he hadn't missed one game in the league. He had an incredible record, durability.
Elsewhere, Jofra Archer's back in the England squad for the second test against India next week. But when it comes to picking the 11, former captain Michael Vaughan told us it's not the right time to change a winning formula.
I just don't understand the rush. You know, he's not played the longer format for 4 years. He's had one outing for Sussex up in Durham. He bowled a few overs and he bowled them quite nicely. I look at someone like Josh Tongue. He hoovered up the tail, something that England have not been brilliant at over the years. Surely he plays again at Edgbaston.
Now, there'll be more British players in the Wimbledon singles draw next week than we've seen for over 40 years after world number 719 Oliver Tarvit won his qualifying match. However, Nick Kyrgios doesn't think Emma Raducanu will actually start winning again unless she rediscovers her love for the game we saw when she won the US Open.
We play sport because we loved it, and we just want to go out there and compete and give people entertainment. So I hope that she figures out, you know, what's wrong and what's going on there. I hope she finds the answers, but I completely understand.
There's loads more from Nick on the talkSPORT YouTube channel, including his reaction to past criticism from Simon Jordan. Nick's with us for the whole of Wimbledon as well.
Listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara and I'm joined by Jason Cundy.
Yep.
No? Has anyone seen?
Hello, mate. No. Anyone seen your Oasis tickets? Has anyone seen Oasis tickets?
Five-time Premier League champion and man capped 107 times by England. The current Three Lions under-21 coach Ashley Cole will join us to build up to a huge final against Germany tomorrow. The legend that is Jimmy Bullard is going to tell us how badly he failed when he tried to qualify for next month's Open. I feel for Jim. But first, we're asking, are Man City back?
Lovely ball to Doku. Great first touch. That is a superb goal. It's the perfect start for Pep Guardiola's men. Given away by Edison. It's a dreadful error, and there's the equaliser.
It's absolutely ridiculous goal to concede.
But here they come, City. Great ball across. Oh, it's an own goal. Pierre Kalulu under no pressure, really. And there are gifts being given aplenty in Orlando. Nunez across to Haaland, and they've got another. He's only been on the field 6 minutes. Great control from Haaland into the area, plays it into the box. Surely they'll score here. Phil Foden into an empty net. It was a tap in. It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. This is a real statement of intent. A 5-star performance by Vlahovic. Right foot shot into the bottom corner. And that's a small gesture of defiance. Manchester City have finished with a flourish. They win Group G, and they win this game in Orlando against Juventus by 5 goals to 2.
Yeah, Man City hammered Juventus 5-2. They won all 3 group games, scored 13 goals. Are City back? Here's Pep.
Is the most important today is the fact that we can do it again. I had the feeling that the players, not it's my opinion, it's the players felt, I don't have to tell them, felt that in that way we can compete like what happened in the last decade. Like we make an incredible things.
Yeah, look, obviously Pep's a happy boy at the moment. He's putting a team together, Jace. It looks like they're going to be title challengers once again.
Yeah, no question. That rebuild started in January. They had that terrible 8-9 game run where they just couldn't. It was baffling, wasn't it?
Well, they lost Rodri, and then they just kind of went on a bit of a meltdown, didn't they?
The fall off was, no one saw that coming.
No, they couldn't get wins.
It was dramatic. No, they couldn't. To be honest with you, mate, they managed to pull things around. I thought they'd end the season after New Year. I felt the City would go on one of those runs that they tend to do under Pep.
Yeah,
didn't quite happen. Done enough to get themselves third. No trophy at the end of the season though. But there is no question they'll be a frightening team next year.
Yeah, they look good.
They do, and they've gone out. They've identified the areas they need to strengthen in. They've not been shy. Started in January, continued it. I'm a big fan of Ain't Nori. I think he's
really. We've been talking about him.
We have. He was too good at Wolves. But his assist for the goal for Doku.
Yeah, it's a great goal.
There's still players who've got to leave. I mean, Jack Grealish is not. He's not going to be part of that rebuild, is he? He looks like he's going to be. Going to be 1 or 2 others moving.
I hope Jack gets something sorted quickly, though. I don't want him to be waiting around. Pre-season starts and he's like. He's just not involved, and because it can be a slippery slope. Then season starts and you're not starting. Do if he's fit, you need Jack playing in the Premier League. You need him.
Okay, but he's not. His future ain't the City.
No,
he's not even got to the Club World Cup. Right?
No, it's over.
So his future's going to lie elsewhere. His agent will be working. There'll be plenty of suitors for Jack. There'll be plenty of suitors. He needs to go and fight. He needs to play every single week. You've got a World Cup coming up.
Yeah,
he needs to be playing. He's too good not to be part of a Premier League side.
Yeah,
but the question is where.
Aston Villa? Do you reckon he'd go back?
I think there'll be plenty of clubs that will take him. They've got a problem on that left-hand side. They had a problem. They had Rashford on loan. Yeah. Didn't work out for whatever reason. It could happen. You may even go abroad. Might even be looking abroad. There'll be options outside just of the UK as well.
I just want to see him back playing and enjoying his football. I don't feel like I know he's won the Premier League there, and he's won the lot. He's got the clean sweep, but I never feel like I've seen the best of Jack Grealish at Manchester City.
No,
the best I saw of him was at Aston Villa.
There were moments at City. There've been moments. You can't.
He changed his game for Pep.
He did change his game for Pep, but then you look at what Doku's doing now. That taking players on. I just wonder whether he hasn't got blistering pace.
No, but he's never had pace.
No, he hasn't.
He used to travel with the ball really well.
Yes,
he used to glide with the ball. He wasn't quick.
Yeah, at Spurs, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
His wages would be a problem. He'd be a big pay packet, mate.
Yeah, he's on a big wedge. Isn't
so that may be a bit of a problem for both him and City.
Erling Haaland, he scored 300 goals already, which is ridiculous, right? And we've crunched the numbers, Jace. Your record was 166 appearances and 9 goals. You only got 9 goals.
9 goals.
9.
That's not bad, mate.
What do you mean that's not bad?
I didn't feel I got to score more goals.
That's shocking.
Scored more on goals.
It would have taken you just under 5,000 games to get 300 career goals. 360 years.
Yeah, I can buy that.
360 years to get you 300 goals.
But he's a joke, though, Haaland, isn't he? He is, isn't he?
He is a joke.
He's a joke.
He is actually a joke. Yeah, my record was 308 appearances, 29 goals. It would have taken me 150 years.
So I'm double.
Yes, you're double me.
Do you know what? I'm not surprised. In the office, I was saying to the boy, I said, what did I say? 350 years. What is mine?
360 years, mate. It's just pathetic. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's committed his future to Al Nassr. He's got another 2 years. He'll earn 448 grand a day. He's got 15% club ownership, 4 million's worth of private jet expenses covered by the club, 60% worth of sponsorship deals promised by Al Nassr. He's got 938 career goals. Haaland has 300. Do you think Haaland could get to 1,000 goals?
Yes.
Do you think he could beat Ronaldo's record?
Yes, I do. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, he's got 300. How old is Haaland now?
I think he's
23, 24?
23, 24, 24.
Right, 24. Right. So if he plays for another, let's say, he could play for another 10 to 15 years, right?
Well, I mean, Ronaldo's nearly 40.
Right, there you go. Well, yeah, he could eclipse that. He could eclipse that.
I mean, that's outrageous when you think about it. Ronaldo's going to get 1,000 goals.
We've not really seen someone like Haaland, have we? That he scores goals at every single level, internationally, Champions League, Club World, whatever game he plays in, he will score goals.
Do you know what I would
whoever
say,
he plays for.
In the Premier League, though, the problem that Haaland's got, Ronaldo played in an era, I guess, where it was a bit more attacking, free-flowing football. You know, teams are going at each other. I feel like now, when teams play Manchester City, it's 5 at the back, 5-4-1, and, you know, we stop Haaland from scoring, and we make it difficult. There's no space.
There's no evidence to suggest he's going to slow up.
Well,
he's only got to get. He's not even reached his peak yet.
No,
he is not.
I feel like they're making it difficult for him to score.
Of course. The best sides will always come up against different oppositions. They'll set up differently to stop you, not just scoring goals, creating chances. There's no evidence to suggest that he's slowing up. And he's not even reached his peak. He is another 3 or 4 years away from being what you consider somewhere between 25 and 30, right? That's where your best years as a footballer, they should be, right?
Yeah.
He's still another couple of years away from that. He might be another 2 or 3 years away from his very, very peak. And that peak will probably last 3 years, 4 years.
I still can't get mad around that you only got 9 goals. 9?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing?
Scoring own goals.
How many own goals did you get?
Mate, I can remember I scored 2 in 2 once.
What, 2 own goals?
2 own goals in 2 games.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What was the first one?
The first one, I can't really claim it. Come off my head.
What do you mean claim it? It's an own goal.
I know, I didn't want to claim it. The other one was against Everton.
Yeah.
Pat Nevin drilled it against me. And
well, you blaming Pat Nevin?
I'm blaming Pat. Yeah, Pat drilled it against my shins.
He just kicked it at you?
Yeah.
And when it went in?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did we do? I've got to celebrate it, can I? 2 in 2. Yeah, that wasn't great. And in the Sport, right? Remember the Sport paper? Is the Sport still bad? I don't know if it is bad. And the headline was, "Oh, what a silly Cundy."
No way.
That
was the headline.
Oh, what a silly Cundy.
That's amazing.
Liberty.
Yeah,
it's a liberty.
That is bang out of order.
Pop up my second name.
The old headlines used to bury people, though, didn't they? I think they've toned it down a little bit.
Do you think
now.
so? I don't know if they have, mate.
No, I feel like they're not as bad as they used to be. There's some shockers
That
out
was
there.
the Sport, though, mate.
Yeah. There's a clip of you. I don't know if Ed can find it. It's been in the sports bar clips of you. What was that game?
Do you know, Sheffield United away, we got beat 6-0.
And 4 of them were your fault.
At least 4.
At least?
It's one of my it's the worst game ever, right? We've all had that worst game, right?
We've all had a shocker.
Mate, it's terrible. It's terrible, mate. Yeah. There was a lot going on.
After the second goal you've conceded, though, it's your fault. What are you thinking?
Looking up at the clock, how long's left? Get me out of here.
What was the score at half time?
I can't remember, mate.
Was you 4-0 down?
It was just one of those. It was just, everything went wrong, did go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you only got 9 goals.
Mate, I know, mate. Yeah, it's all right.
Never seen a steward score a goal?
Mate, never seen a steward. I've told you that. Right? Clear it. Make sure. Never seen a steward score a goal. Never seen a fan score a goal either. Clear it.
Rose
Ed, mate. That's it, yeah.
Oh, dear. The Club World Cup continues on talkSPORT this Sunday. Chelsea face Benfica in the quarter-finals. 9 p.m. kick-off. That'll be a good one. When's that? Sunday?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Last 16. Evening, Last 16 that is against Benfica.
Last 16, and then we got Palmeiras. I think potentially.
That'd be good.
Yeah. We got. Look, I'm not taking Benfica lightly, of course. I'm not. But there's a chance. Good, there's a bit of a pathway. There's no big dogs there, are there? The PSGs, the Man Cities, the Reals. They're the other side. Well, eventually you have to face them.
Yeah. All right. If you didn't get a ticket for Glastonbury, fear not,
It's
because
all about tickets.
we have the best thing
What's
for
wrong with you about
very
tickets?
soon. Yeah, good morning. You are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy are your hosts today. The Glastonbury Festival, though, is underway, and we've got a sneak peek on what the festival goers can expect. Let's start with the man who kicked it all off.
Yesterday, the up-and-coming Jamie O'Hara performed in front of a couple of hundred.
She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down her right well bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take that well in tow.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Not sure they'll invite him back.
What was that?
Don't know.
What? No, we don't know it was you.
Yeah, I know it was me.
How can you not know what it was?
I don't know. I think it was something I did years ago. It was. I have no idea, mate. It was a shanty song or something. Remember that big song that came out? Everyone was singing.
Yeah, and there's people on.
I don't know, mate.
Don't know, mate. Anyway.
It's not winning any awards.
No, it's not, matey. Anyway, let's find out. It's getting funky at the festival this evening.
Tonight, we've got one of the hottest rappers around. Get those yellow ties waving for MC White.
Deadline day. My, transfer news is so hot. It's not just rumours that I've got. Chairman, keep telling me if it's a loan signing or involves a fee. It feels so good when I really know who's coming in and who will go.
What's happening here?
What is going on? What's happened? What are TalkSPORT doing to these legends?
If Big Al's listening to this,
honestly,
so what's
going on here? Saturday is when it really ramps up.
Yeah.
Let's find out. We'll be getting the crowd going.
Saturday night, Pyramid Stage. It's time to party with Parla.
Come fly with me, come fly with Ray. If you could use some Cobra bombing booze, there's a bar where you'll find Ray.
What's going on? It's the worst festival ever.
Who's put this together? Anyway, it gets better, apparently. What a treat that was from Ray. Now, time for exclusive listen to who has one of the best slots of the week.
Sunday evening, the Legend slot. You can never rely on them to turn up, but if they do, Brazil and McCoist will be unmissable.
You're insecure, don't know what for.
You're turning heads when you walk through the door.
You don't know. Oh, you don't know your.
That weren't bad from a Big Al. I think Ali couldn't believe he actually got that out. If that's not enough, Glass Talk Sport for you. There's still the showstopper to come.
And Sunday night, if you make it, go wild for your headline duo of Goldstein and Cundy.
This actually made it into the top 40.
Darling. Yes. Yeah, myself and Goldstein are top 40 hit, mate. Top 40.
This is a top 40 hit.
Mate, listen, so we done this for charity, right? This was the original was Hoddle and Waddle, right? Diamond Lights. Goldstein and I, we covered it. We even done a video, right? Done a video, stuck it out there. And it was all for Great Ormond Street. And I can't remember how much we made, mate. But yes, it's... go
well,
check
you
it out
still
on
is,
YouTube.
so you didn't make a lot.
I don't know how much we made, mate. It's all for charity. All for charity. All for
Fair
charity.
play.
Yeah. Noel and Leah must be shaking in their boots when they hear that.
Yeah, defo. Time now for the latest odds with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for it. 18 plus, BeGambleAware.org.
Morning, Si.
All right, Si.
Good morning, guys. You guys again. I'm looking forward to Alan and Ray.
I know, mate. Sorry.
Don't you start.
Don't you start, honestly.
All right.
We're getting a load of
Help
stick
us out, Is.
I find it quite refreshing.
Yeah, get the big hitters on. You know, the viewing figures don't lie, Si, you know.
Well,
you'll be giving us a box down at Cheltenham soon. Don't you worry about that.
All change is good, I say. All change is good.
Si, let's get some odds then. Under 21 Euros, the final, England v Germany.
Yeah, absolutely cracking. So I watched more of the under-21s than I had the Club World Cup, I must admit. I think the football's been fantastic. You know, it's great seeing them playing on the front foot. And look, they got lost to Germany in the group stage. They were really well beaten, but I think they've improved since then. And the betting's incredibly tight, guys. It's 8-5 England, 8-5 Germany. We can't split them in the 90 minutes. 5-2 the draw, 5-6 each of 2. Who lifts the trophy can obviously go to extra times, 12 for either side to win. There's 12-1, then 11-1 penalties. But I don't know if you watched much of it. Have you got a feeling for who might come out?
Do you know what? We saw the Germany game. England were well beaten in that game, and once you get to a final, I don't know how much you can lean back on that. You talk about red. They changed a lot though. Germany, the side that beat England wasn't their full strength side though. That may be a bit of a concern.
Yeah, I mean, Italy gave them a good game in the quarters, didn't they? And actually went down to 9 men and managed to take him to extra time. In the end, came up short. So I think it's going to be really worth watching. I'd urge people listening in, if they've got the time, tune in and watch this game because Jay Stansfield, Coral are actually the betting partners of Birmingham City next season, and Jay Stansfield's their talisman, and he's been great up front for England since he's come into the side. So I'll be willing him. He's 11-2 to score first. I'll be cheering him on.
Okay. What about the Club World Cup? We're getting to the knockout stages. We've got Benfica, Chelsea, PSG, Inter Miami.
Yeah, it's a good game, isn't it? I mean, I haven't watched as much. It's interesting to hear you guys have watched a bit of it. The Benfica-Chelsea game's close. We make Chelsea favs to get through this. They're 8-15, 32-10 Benfica. PSG are 1-5 to beat Inter Miami. I mean, I suppose Messi playing against Soul side is...
They've done all right Inter Miami, to be fair. Messi's... Yeah, he's a one-man band, but do you know, he's still got the Suarez and that can make a difference. But listen, PSG are going to go through on that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chelsea Benfica would be a good game, though, won't it, Jay?
Yes, not right in Benfica, Rob. We got a chance, to get to the quarterfinals, maybe even to the semi-finals as well. So there is definitely a pathway through. I'm not convinced we're good enough to win it, but I've said that before when the Champions League back in 2012. So, yes, look, really excited about what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Si, what's going on with the old horse racing? Any big things coming up? Sandown?
Well, yes, listen, a week on Saturday, Coral Eclipse is looking like an absolute corker, actually. We got a French horse coming over from Andre Fabre, the legendary French trainer, bringing over Sosi to run in that race. It's £1 million of prize money for the first year this year. We've put a load more in, Jay. We like to do all we can to feed the rich.
Just pack it out, just pack it out with all your horses.
But the weather's looking forecast for next week looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. This weekend we got the Irish Derby at the Curragh on Sunday, and Lambourne, who won the Derby, we should always remember the original Derby is at Epsom, is running again. He's 4-5. We've got the 1-2-3 from that Epsom race there with Tennessee stud second favourite, Lazy Griff from Charlie Johnson, who trains in Yorkshire. He's a 12-1 chance. But more close to home, we've got a Coral Racing Club horse running today at Cartmel, up in the Lake Districts. Wow. Lady Mendoza, ridden by former champion Brian Hughes. This is our free-to-join racing club. We've got 10 lucky members going down to Cartmel who will own the horse today. She's an 8-1 chance. So you can tune in. That's at 3:08.
Well, Si, look, considering that we are,
Just wonder, Si, have you got any odds on O'Hara getting Oasis tickets?
But I've got a few Oasis tickets.
You've got them. You're right. Okay. O'Hara, do you wonder what the odds are on O'Hara picking up a couple of tickets?
I genuinely would have him long odds on to know. I mean, there are about 20 concerts happening with about
there's a few knocking around.
At all of them. I mean, you just might have to. You may have to. You want free tickets? I take it.
No, I didn't mind. I'll pay. Si, I got no problem in paying. I just thought I'd go to the source.
Mate, money can't buy these tickets now, mate.
No, that's true.
He's missed the boat.
Joking apart, for everyone who's bought them, I think it's next Friday they play their first gig, don't they? And the reviews and the I mean, everyone's building this up, but we do want this. We want Oasis to perform well.
It's Oasis. It's Oasis. It's not going to be bad.
You never know. But I'm hopeful.
It's going to be good. So we'll see you at the next Coral Box. Yeah, we champers and
yeah. I mean, look. I mean, I know. Well, listen, we have got the Coral Eclipse a week on Saturday.
I've got my tickets sorted out.
I don't have your email, Jamie. He won't give it to me.
Got all the, we've got to do on the breakfast show. Never get invited anywhere. Never get invited. You see Alan and Ray and Dean down there.
I will ask the producers for your number, Jamie. You're more than welcome, always, mate.
Si, you're a star, mate.
Cheers, Si. Have a good weekend, bud.
Take care, guys.
Matey.
That was a look at the latest odds. All thanks to Coral 18+. We go to where.org.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for it. 18+, BeGambleAware.org.
You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's a sports bar takeover. Me, Jamie O'Hara Jason Cundy. We're going to speak to a very chippy Man City fan next.
whisper it, but are Man City back?
It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. Right-footed, goalkeeper didn't move. The ball crashed in off the underside of the crossbar. This is a real statement of intent.
That 5-2 win over Juventus means City face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16, and Juve get Real Madrid. Meanwhile, back in the Premier League, Liverpool's defence will look a lot different next season, with left-back Milos Kerkez arriving at Anfield. As well as his serious talent, Tony Cascarino told talkSPORT he was impressed with the Hungarian's availability for Bournemouth last season.
I think he played nearly every game. And we certainly up to about 33, 34 last year. I'd looked and he hadn't missed one game.
Now, there'll be more British players in the Wimbledon singles draw next week than we've seen for over 40 years after world number 719 Oliver Tarvit won his qualifying match. However, Nick Kyrgios doesn't think Emma Raducanu will actually start winning again unless she rediscovers her love for the game we saw when she won the US Open.
And we just want to go out there and compete and give people entertainment. So I hope that she figures out, you know, what's wrong and what's going on there. I hope she finds the answers, but I completely understand.
There's loads more from Nick on the talkSPORT YouTube channel, including his reaction to past criticism from Simon Jordan.
Yeah, good morning. You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark at Bycar, and opt in to Arnold Clark Rewards to enjoy access to great giveaways and everyday perks. Your massive perk this morning is me, Jamie O'Hara Jason Cundy.
Is that a perk?
That's a great
Is it a perk?
We are your hosts on the breakfast show. Must feel a little bit weird for people waking up and thinking, hold on a minute.
Yes. There's two numpties on.
The numpty bars on at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're doing all right, though. We've managed
to get through, mate.
We're
hanging in there, mate.
8:30, I've asked for a coffee from the boys behind the glass, and the service is not great here at talkSPORT. I know we're in the bunker, but... by the way, did you watch the cricket?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you love it?
Yeah, it was, the last day was amazing.
It was really good,
yeah,
right?
It was, yeah.
I feel like I need to get back into the old cricket.
Yeah, well...
Because Bentley's been digging me out. There's like a cricket thing down here.
Just around the corner, it's a bar.
Sixes, a bar, right? Looks really good.
Yeah.
And I see Bentley giving it a big one in there, trying to smash the sixes.
Right, he was, yeah.
Right, and he said that I need to go down and he thinks I can't beat him. I used to play for Kent County cricket.
Are you a bit of a cricketer, are you?
I was a good cricketer, right? Yeah, you know. Waiting.
Don't know whether...
Waiting.
Yeah. What do you mean, waiting? What are you about?
What do you mean? Waiting. You know, when you put the bat out? No, we won't go for that one. We'll wait. We'll settle.
Don't know about, mate.
And you know, when you get a one run,
mate. Smash it out
Smash it. I was all right. I was good.
Were you?
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I don't know.
We're talking a bit of Club World Cup as well. Man City flying high against Juventus. They're into the knockout stages. Sol, the Man City fans found this up. Right, Sol?
All right, Sol.
All right, boys. How are you?
How you doing?
Right, Sol, you good?
I'm not bad.
Have you got your Oasis tickets, Sol?
Oh, here we go.
Me?
Yeah, you got your Oasis tickets?
I've got plenty of Oasis tickets. Have you got yours?
I've got mine, Noel, yeah. Thanks for sorting me out, bud.
No worries, mate. Now, what can I do for you?
Who's this? Is this Noel Gallagher?
It's Noel Gallagher.
No, it's not.
Noel, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. No, thanks so much for sorting me out, mate.
This is a joke.
No, thanks for sorting me out the tickets.
No worries, mate. I know you're a massive fan.
Yeah. But look, O'Hara's been busting me You know what?
No, you've aired me. No, you've aired me.
To try and
You've
get
aired me.
Sorry, mate. I'm not aware of this Cockney rhyming slang thing. What is it?
So I asked Cundy to get, throw out a message to, sports bar fan Noel Gallagher and say, look, I'll have a couple of tickets if you can get them.
Well, he says to me, he calls me and said, look, can you get Jay some tickets? I was like, he's not even a fan. What are you talking about? And he said, no, he's a fan. I think his bird's probably a fan of Wonderwall, and they've probably swayed to it in Davy Lineker's bar in Ibiza. And he said, no, mate, he's a fan. I was like, nah, he'd be showing off to his missus. And I said, look,
No, I'm a massive fan. No, come on.
No, you say you're a massive fan, though, Jay.
You put me to the test. You can put me to the test.
No,
I said, no, he's going to have to approve this live on air.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Go on, what do you want? Come on, I'll sing it. Play some songs. I'll sing every word. Champagne Supernova, Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger. Come on, what?
I was thinking we'd do a little quiz.
Oh, God.
Go on, then. Yeah, so...
What do you think? All right, mate.
We'll find out how big a fan O'Hara really is of Oasis, right?
We'll
find out now.
Oh, God, I can't believe this is happening.
You ready, Scarlett?
Come on in, what you got for me? Come on.
Right, so, of the original Oasis lineup, Tony McCarroll, who I'm sure you know, Paul McGuigan, Bonehead, me and our kid, what was the dominant star sign?
Dominant star sign?
Dominant star sign?
This is easy. Bit of Oasis fans know this.
I'm gonna go Libra.
Oh, wrong. Jay, you'll know this. You must.
Is it Sagittarius?
It is indeed Sagittarius.
It's Sagittarius.
This is a wind-up. This is a wind-up. No, come on. You're mugging me off here. Come on.
Come on, we'll do another one. We'll do an easy one here. Right, second one. Here we go. Right, to the nearest inch, how tall is Bonehead?
I'm going to go 170 centimetres.
What's that?
No, let's do it. I just said inches.
All right, 5'9".
Oh, it's 5'8".
Jay,
5'8".
Unbelievable. 5'8". He's always been 5'8" as well.
This is a joke. No, that's not bad though. 5'9". I'm not far off there.
You got it wrong,
Come on, mate. I'm not far off.
Okay, I'll get you in the queue for one ticket. There you go. Okay, right, we've got a couple more. You got to prove this now, because I'm gonna text our kid in a bit. Right. So the classic Oasis lineup, which is Alan White, I'm sure you know, Paul McGuigan, Bonehead, me and our kid. Honestly. What was the average shoe size?
It's so good. It's so good.
The average shoe size. Well, if you're 5'8". You ain't, you're not going to have massive feet, are you?
Hey.
You're not going to have massive feet, let's be honest.
Hang on a minute. What have you heard?
I'm going to go average size 8.
Oh, it's close. It's close, but it's not, Jay.
Is it 8.5?
8.5.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This is
Correctamundo.
This is Livy. Come on, just give me some. Come on, play some songs. Play some songs. I'll get you the lyrics.
Mate, you're
nearly get one. Right? You're going to get one.
You might get one ticket at this rate.
Original bass player. Paul. This is easy. Paul McGuigan. He was a huge Doctor Who fan and an avid memorabilia collector. He used to collect all the time. But how many actual Daleks does he own?
I've read about this.
It's in all the documentaries.
Yeah, I've read about this.
I'm gonna. How many Daleks?
Actual Daleks.
I'm gonna say 4.
Oh,
he's got 1.
Jay, honestly, Jay, you might be introducing the band on stage at this point. This is unbelievable.
Oh, come on, mate. Come on.
All right, last one, because I've got to call our kid about this. Last one. Right, now listen, the night out's depending on this. Your missus' night out and her mates are depending on this.
Jay, come on, you got to get one right,
Come on,
mate.
I need Wembley.
You never guess what, babe. I've got tickets to see Oasis. Oh, wait, I've got tickets to see Wonderwall. Where are they? Right, here we go, last one. Easy, right? What is an actual Wonderwall?
Oh, my God.
Come on, Jay.
What do you mean, come on?
Come on, mate.
Come on, Jay. It's like one of the most famous songs in the world.
I know it's famous, but...
What is it?
It's a wall, isn't it?
Jay?
It's a film, 1968 film.
Good Lord.
Joe Massett, right? He was, and Jane Birkin. She appeared in 1968. That's what Wonderwall is.
I tell you what, Cundy, you're unbelievable. Can you play tambourine? Because you might. You know what? There's always been room for a tambourine player in the band. I'm going to text our kid on the other line here now. But Jay, I've just texted her. But you, Cundy, unbelievable. Oh, Scarlett there. I'm not sure you're even.
I'm not getting tickets, am I? I'm not getting tickets.
I'm not sure you can even see it on video in a couple of years.
No, earlier in the show, I don't know if you heard this, I asked O'Hara, who's his favourite, Noel or Liam? This is what he said. I don't think he likes you. That's my own take on it, mate. I think he listens to the show, and he's listening to O'Hara, and he's like, O'Hara, I don't want to know my concert.
I love Oasis as well.
You do love Oasis.
It's a wonger. Like
who's your favourite, Noel or Liam? Who's your favourite?
Liam now.
Well, I've just texted Liam. Yeah, I was just like, Jamie O'Hara wants tickets for Wembley, and he's just said, "Who's Jamie O'Hara?"
Oh, this is a massive stitch up here, boys.
And I've got one last question.
Oh, here we
Who
go.
are you?
No, I've got to ask you, mate. I've got to ask you. 1 week to go. It's the biggest thing that everyone's talking about. How's the preparations?
Yeah. We finished rehearsing last, Tuesday. And we're off. We've got a few days off now, and it's sounding huge. So this is it. There's no going back now.
No.
So it's good. But listen, I'll sort you out some tickets, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. No, you're a star, mate. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. Do you want to go with Cundy?
No. No, good, mate. Can I ask you about Man City? I mean, look like you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I watched it last night. I thought all the new players are looking good, and I mean, you know, this World Cup thing, I'm not sure it's ever going to take off. But if we're just taking that match in isolation, Nori looks good. Cherky looks good when he comes on. Rangers looks good. So the signs are all good, you know, and it's exciting for us City fans because that team had come to the end of the road, and it was sad to see Kev leave, and Kyle, and all the treble winners, and probably Jack's going to get shown the door soon. But new players, it's a new vibe. But Liverpool. I'd say the favourites, but their fans who I know a lot of, and I've got a few of them on my crew and in the band. They will fear us, but I'm not sure whether we'll have enough to win it this season, but maybe next season. But it's going to be an exciting. I just hope the season's more exciting than it was last season, which was over by February. Yeah. But Arsenal. Still rubbish, so that's all.
You're not worried about the Gooners?
No, they're kind of, obviously because I live down here, they're like the Man United of the South, and I'm loving it. They haven't bought anybody. Arteta will be out by Christmas. United are not even worth talking about. It'll be a fun season, I reckon.
Are you going to watch Glastonbury?
I might have a look at it on the iPlayer, yeah, but everyone was saying you come in. I was like, I think it's probably best if I sit it out this year, so I've got something going on next weekend.
You're a bit busy, right?
Yeah, Rod Stewart, legend slot.
Big Rod, the cup of tea slot, 2 PM. Good lad, he'll be good. Him and Ronnie Wood.
No, you're an absolute star, mate.
A superstar, thanks, bud.
Good luck.
No, O'Hara's going to be busting me again about these tickets, right?
Yeah, I'll sort it out. Don't worry, I'll text you later.
Category 5.
See you later.
Cheers, Noel. Top man.
No, that's an absolute stitch up. You are.
Look,
mate.
you want to give me
a stitch up.
What do you mean?
Honestly, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You're a lucky boy, mate. Noel's sorting you out.
No, he's going to sort
you out. See, stop now. Now apologise.
No.
Say sorry.
I love Noel.
He's my favourite.
He's my
stitched up there and treating you.
Yeah, you've done me big. Right, me and Cundy have our latest on our dad bod business.
Oh yeah.
He says to me, he calls me and said, look, can you get Jason tickets? I was like, he's not even a fan, what are you talking about? And he said, no, he's a fan. I think his bird's probably a fan of Wonderwall, and they probably swayed to it in Debbie Lineker's bar in Ibiza.
Mate, call yourself an Oasis fan. You didn't get any of them right, mate.
I mean, come on.
Poor from you, that. Not even
They're the
one.
toughest questions ever.
Jay, come on,
by
matey.
the way, I weren't a million miles off in some of them. I weren't far off in some of them questions.
Well,
the shoe size of
mate,
Oasis, what's the average?
8.5. I know that.
It's an absolute stitch up. You know what? I'm not happy with you. I'm not happy with all them behind the glass, because I said to him, I said, lads, 8:45. You know, what are we doing at 8:30? We got Sol, the Man City fan, and that's it. Like, we're not doing anything else. They were like, no, just have a chat with Sol. And you was all in on it, and you've all just done me like.
Can we just say well done, Noel?
Yeah, well done, Noel. That is brilliant.
Sensational stuff.
Great stuff. And I am a massive Oasis fan.
Well, you're obviously not. You're obviously not, mate.
You
yeah,
couldn't
how many
tell me
Daleks has he got?
One. Right, we have absolutely huge last hour of the show for you lot. None other than the legend Ashley Cole, who's going to join us. I promise you cannot miss that one. We'll discuss tomorrow's final with England under-21 assistant about his coaching career as well. The fun doesn't stop there as well. We're going to hammer Jimmy Bullard for messing up his open qualifier. But before all that, we had a bit of fun the other day with a new business idea. We're targeting the dad bod range. Therefore, only rolling out 3 sizes: large, extra large, and the Alan Brazil size. Let's find out how that went down with Brazil yesterday morning. Small, medium don't exist in a dad bod, right? That don't work.
Oh,
it's large, XL, XXL, and then...
Oh, my God.
Then we just make up our own one and just call it Alan Brazil.
Cheeky. Don't have it all.
Oh, no. I'll get my own back tomorrow from 6 till 10. Listen to them two tubes in this chair in this studio. Don't worry about that. I'll get my own fun back tomorrow. Listen to you two.
I wouldn't trust anything them two get going. No way.
Dad bod. What's that?
Dad bod shop.
Dad bod shop, mate.
We are the proud owners of Dad bod shop. So we don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be a thing.
We'll find out, mate, won't we? We'll find out. Big Al will be shopping there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Big Al's going to be there. If you're a dad and you need to go shopping, go to Dad Bod Shop. Me and Cundy are the proud owners of it. So we just need to find someone who actually knows what they're doing in business.
Yeah, we do. We need Simon Jordan to be helping.
We need Simon Jordan. We need some investors.
We're seeing about now.
Yeah, we're going to have a chat with him. Right, Australian tennis star Nick Kyrgios has been in and out of talkSPORT towers this week. More from, he's been in more than Cundy, that's for sure. Safe to say, he's a little bit controversial. And yesterday, he even admitted his antics on the court that would help him win. Have a listen to this.
He's bang on because sometimes, I look at, Novak, Nadal or Federer, like, how was I supposed to beat these guys in a fair and square, clean battle? It was never going to happen, so I had to figure out other ways, I've knocked over...
Although you did beat them.
I know, but I've knocked over Nadal's, water bottles. You know how he puts it, like, I knocked it over before. I've was talking to myself every change of end against Federer, trying to get these guys maybe thinking something different, because if I tried to go out there and be well-behaved, I was never going to beat them. So I do try and bring them back to, I guess, my level, the human level, because these guys are gods.
So it's like sledging in tennis.
Well, it's not sledging, but it's just trying to do something different that they haven't experienced before. And maybe I needed a little bit more of that in the final of Wimbledon, but I tried to be too well-behaved and I didn't win.
You've been on centre court at Wimbledon, haven't you? On baseline? That's what Razor calls you?
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about that.
Cundy's banned from Wimbledon. Oh, dear. Listen, you need characters like him in the game, don't you? I really... he's a top player.
Yeah, he just admitted that. How can you go up against the greatest ever, two of the greatest ever? You've got to find a way. And you know what, the high-level sport, these little small margins, can you make a difference? Can you gain an advantage somehow?
Did you used to do that when you played against Shearer?
I didn't... No, mate. No, I never... There's no point in talking to them.
Did Shearer score a hat-trick against you?
It's Cantona.
Was Cantona?
I got his move to Man United, mate.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, you made his move?
First Premier League hat-trick was Cantona. Me and Razor at the back playing... He's got the move, didn't we? That's why Man United signed him. But in an individual sport, it's so different, right? It's so different. It's again you v them, and trying to gain advantage. And Kyrgios has done that over the years. There's a lot of people listening to this won't like him. They have a problem, but he just...
I like him.
If you got to try and find a way to gain an advantage at that level.
Yeah.
But how you going to beat these guys?
How'd you gain an advantage against Nadal and Djokovic, Federer?
No, I know.
Come on, these guys are
machines.
Just... They are just like... There's levels, isn't there? Right? There's just levels in the game.
Yeah.
In every game, in every sport, there's just certain levels that there's just...
Well, they're one of the greatest
apart.
Ever pick up a tennis
Ronaldo,
racket.
Messi, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, golf, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, tennis, Nadal, Federer.
Yeah,
can't compete.
Did you ever see the break point that was on the
I watched bits of it, yeah.
He was very much part of that.
He was. Oh, he's a good player.
Yeah, he was. Of course he was.
Great player.
But like he admitted there, mate, they're not even human, some of those guys he's up against.
Just quickly, before we move on, we're talking about Ronaldo's bumper new Al Nassr contract. Have you ever had any clauses in your contract?
Not like that. No? I mean, was he owned 15% of...
15% of the club? 60% of sponsorship deals?
I mean... We're talking levels, right?
To be fair to him, right, he probably deserves it, right? Because I see Al Nassr shirts everywhere now, like kids wearing Al Nassr shirts.
Yeah.
We never saw that before Ronaldo went there.
No, it's a place that's opened up. I mean, they were good luck to them, man. Huge amounts of money. And Ivan Toney's gone out there. He's picking up huge sums. Good luck to him, mate. I haven't got a problem with it.
Did you have a bench contract?
Bench contract. Yeah. Bonus for getting on the bench.
Did you get a bonus for making the bench?
If I was fit.
Yeah,
I couldn't stay fit, mate.
Yeah, you used to have the win. If the old team wins, and you're on the bench, you still got to get a bonus.
Yeah, of course.
That used to be all right. You used to like that.
Yeah, but now you got 7 or 8 on the bench. How many is on the bench now? 8, 9.
What do you mean?
We're on the bench now. They're packed out. When I first started playing, you had 2 on the bench. That was it.
You only had 2 players on the bench.
2 players on the bench.
You and the keeper.
That was me. That was it.
It's just you and the keeper on the bench.
Yeah.
So hold on. So out of all the players to pick from, there's only you on the bench.
But back then, that was only 2 players on the bench.
Yeah, so you didn't have a keeper, right?
A keeper. Well, I can't remember as a keeper, but
Did they didn't even have a keeper on the bench?
I don't know. I can't remember, mate.
So they'd have you on the bench, and the gaffer must turn around after 60, look at the bench and go, yeah.
Warm up, keeper.
Can you play up front? To the keeper. Honestly. Really.
But now you think about what the bench looks like. It's a whole squad, isn't it? You've got a whole squad on the bench.
Yeah.
Completely different, mate.
It's a different world. Different world. That's funny. I would have loved a gaffer. Who's your gaffer?
I had plenty, mate.
Who's the best one?
George Burley, Ipswich. Love George.
Did you?
Yeah, loved him. Yeah. Great.
Cundy. Yeah.
Oh, matey.
Stick it out with the boys.
Mate, you ain't got those tickets yet, by the way. Right? So
mate, I've got it. You gave me his number.
No, don't. Mate, you don't.
No, sorting me out.
Just be a little bit more careful, please.
No, sorting me out. Let's look ahead to the next hour of the show with benchmarks.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Five-time Premier League champion, man capped 107 times by England, and the current Three Lions under-21 coach Ashley Cole will join us next to build up to a huge final against Germany tomorrow. A chance to come back-to-back champions. That was our breakfast preview of Benchmarks.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. All our Benchmarks kitchen doors come with a 5-year guarantee. Terms and conditions apply.
Whisper it, but are Man City back?
Nunez across to Haaland, and they've got another. He's only been on the field 6 minutes. Great control from Haaland into the area, plays it into the box. Surely they'll score here. Phil Foden into an empty net. It's come to the edge of the area, and it's an absolute stunner. Savinho with a rocket. Right-footed, goalkeeper didn't move. The ball crashed in off the underside of the crossbar. This is a real statement of intent.
That 5-2 win over Juventus means City face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16, and Juve get Real Madrid. Meanwhile, back in the Premier League, Liverpool's defence will look a lot different next season, with left-back Milos Kerkez arriving at Anfield. As well as his serious talent, Tony Cascarino told talkSPORT he was impressed with the Hungarian's availability for Bournemouth last season.
I think he played nearly every game. And we certainly up to about 33, 34 last year. I looked and he hadn't missed one game in the league. He had an incredible record, durability.
Elsewhere, Jofra Archer's back in the England squad for the second test against India next week. But when it comes to picking the 11, former captain Michael Vaughan told us it's not the right time to change a winning formula.
I just don't understand the rush. You know, he's not played the longer format for 4 years. He's had one outing for Sussex up in Durham. He bowled a few overs and he bowled them quite nicely. I look at someone like Josh Tongue. He hoovered up the tail, something that England have not been brilliant at over the years. Surely he plays again at Edgbaston.
Now, there'll be more British players in the Wimbledon singles draw next week than we've seen for over 40 years after world number 719 Oliver Tarvit won his qualifying match. However, Nick Kyrgios doesn't think Emma Raducanu will actually start winning again unless she rediscovers her love for the game we saw when she won the US Open.
We play sport because we loved it, and we just want to go out there and compete and give people entertainment. So I hope that she figures out, you know, what's wrong and what's going on there. I hope she finds the answers, but I completely understand.
There's loads more from Nick on the talkSPORT YouTube channel, including his reaction to past criticism from Simon Jordan. Nick's with us for the whole of Wimbledon as well.
Hi, this is Jeff Stelling. When I'm not hosting the breakfast show, my favourite one to listen to is Alan and Ray on Fridays. No one could wake the nation up better.
Absolute stitch up. You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best U-card deals guaranteed. The big boys are in. It's me, Jamie O'Hara Jason Cundy, who have taken over breakfast this morning. Jeff is back on Monday alongside Ali McCoist. Right now, time for a bit of under-21 football. As England's young Lions take on the old enemy as they aim to retain their under-21 European Championship crown.
Put it into the path of Harvey Elliott in the area! What a finish! Harvey Elliott lashes it home for England, and England's young guns are through to another final. The holders of the Under-21 European Championship will have the chance to retain their trophy. England go through to face Germany in the final on Saturday night.
You know, it can't be an achievement, even though, you know, I'm really proud of the lads just to get to a final. I think, you know, we want to try and win it. We believe that we can. I've got a lot of belief in this squad.
Swung into the middle now, good ball as well, and it's such an easy goal as Nelson Viper scores his first for the Germany Under-21.
To get back-to-back at this level, when there's such high quality throughout Europe, to really take control of the tournament, I think is fantastic. And if they can get one more game over the line, then they're going to be heroes throughout the country.
Yeah, England face the old enemy Germany tomorrow evening live on talkSPORT. So get the latest insight on the final. There's no one better to talk to than England legend, current Under-21 assistant manager Ashley Cole joins us. Good morning, Ash.
Morning, Ash.
Morning, guys. How are you, Jace, James?
Yeah, good, mate, good. Look, fair play to Lee Carsley and yourselves. You've got yourself to the final, back-to-back finals. How's the preparations going?
It's gone well. I think, going into the tournament, we looked to, try get through the group. That was the main aim, but then to continue to, perform at a good level. The players have not played with each other that much, so it was just about connecting and being a group. And obviously, you reach another final back to back is a great achievement for the lads. We spoke a lot about winning after winning, how hard it is to win, but to put ourselves in a position where we could win again, I think the lads have shown a great resilience and togetherness. And Saturday will be the finale for us, and hopefully we can show our best foot.
Ash, how important are these tournaments for their education? Because you often hear about squads going away. You've been on many tournaments with England in the first team. How important is it for these young lads to go through this experience?
I think it's massive. I think firstly, they've been given an amazing platform. I think to be in Slovakia and the way they've hosted it has been amazing. The stadiums have been full. And it's really gave the players an opportunity to shine and show their qualities and show how good they are. Another opportunity for them to believe in, obviously, the way we want to play as coaches and, hopefully perform in front of people and give them an opportunity to then develop and go to senior football, which, that is our aim. That is why we're in this job, is to try support and give the players enough confidence and belief that it's not too far that they can play in the senior England team.
Ash, you lost Liam Delat to the Club World Cup. A couple of players obviously went out there, so it was difficult for Lee Carsley to get the team together straight away. Tino Livramento, Harvey Elliott, though, have been standout performers. Especially Harvey Elliott, he's a player we look at now and go, he's one that could potentially get into that that first team side of the national team.
Yeah, well, look, going into the tournament, we understood, there might be some restraints, which is, players' availability. Some players going to the Club World Cup, and we understood that, and it is what it is. We still had belief in the other players that could come in and perform at the highest level, and that's the kind of job we're in. We understood that, but it was just about trying to give the players belief that whoever comes in is good enough to perform. You mentioned the players there with Harvey Elliott, obviously his second opportunity to be a winner. So, we had characters that have been here before, but also they had to, we gave a lot of ownership and responsibility on them to lead this team, because there is some players that's never been to tournament football, never been in and around England squads. So it's important that they try to lead this team and really galvanise the group with belief. And they've shown it on the pitch. They've, showed a lot of resilience in games where we wasn't performing to maybe our full potential and the level we saw in them. But yeah, they turn it around and come together. And we spoke about, that's just the longer we stay in the competition, the closer we'll get, we'll start to perform at the high level. And I think you saw in the Spain game, if you did watch it, I think that was more like us, the style, the resilience, the willingness to run and be a group together. And hopefully, again, we'll show on Saturday how good these players are.
Yeah, they played ever so well after the game against Germany. That was a disappointing result, disappointing performance. We play them again, as you just highlighted, tomorrow evening, Ash. What can we do differently to make sure that we do get the better at Germany this time?
Just be on the front foot. I think we showed, our pressing qualities and the enthusiasm to get after the ball. But, Germany are a good team, very good individual players, but more importantly, they play as a group. And yeah, going into it, we know it's going to be a really, really tough game. But again, I think the confidence in the last two games through our performance and togetherness, I think, is evenly matched. Two top-tier groups, two top-tier teams, and, it's going to be one of them that hopefully the platform is set now for our players to deliver at the highest level. But again, the group has been, put together. First time they've actually played together was the start of the tournament. So again, to get where we've gotten to so far is an achievement in itself. But again, we want to win after winning again, which will be unbelievable.
Ash, obviously you're probably the greatest left back to ever play the game, in my opinion. When you see the young players now coming through, you've got Hinshaw, you've got Livramento. Have you took them under your wing a little bit? You trying to help them? What are you doing with them?
Yeah, just I think I went on my B license with you, I think, Damon. Yeah,
me and Ash done our B license together. Look where he is. Look where I am. Oh God!
It was just, I was really enthusiastic about trying to give something back to football and try help and support these players as much as I could. And yeah, I've been lucky in the last 4 years to be working with this establishment and to see the real life of how players live and they all want to get to the next level, which we know how hard that is, but they've got the enthusiasm, that they're always willing to listen to the advice that we give. They take, again, I always go back to it, they take on board the style we want to try portray, and we just want to push them and give them the best opportunity for them to play in senior football. And yeah, it does take me back to my days as a young boy. When you're around these guys, you don't realise how old you are when you're around these kids. Yeah. Someone had a birthday and they were like, "Oh, I'm 23," and I'm like, "Wow, 23." But I hope you're a cannon. You know what I mean? 23, I was an absolute cannon. But they're so quiet this day and age. But no, it's breath of fresh air to be around these guys and just kind of relive my experiences and try.
It's great for them as well, though, right, Ash, to have someone like yourself there who's obviously played at the highest level, but been a lad as well. Like you've been in dressing rooms where you've ran groups of players who like to enjoy themselves. Like, because you see these young lads now who get themselves in trouble, you find themselves in the papers where they shouldn't be. I mean, with the experience that you've got, not only playing at the highest level as a player, but off the pitch as well, you give them that sort of experience that they need, opinions and from someone who's been there and done it.
Yeah, again, I think that's key. There will be...
Don't do what I did, basically.
Yeah, on me. There will be bumps in the road, and, it's just how you manage that. And, yeah, we're here to support them, not just on camp, but I think it's important you have that relationship and connection with the players and they feel comfortable enough to come and speak to you whenever or, pick up the phone and call. I'm always available for that. And as I mentioned, yeah, trying to give back to the game that gave me a lot, and again, just watch them grow, watch them develop, and give them the pathway to the senior team. I think that's the most important part, is just being there for these players.
Yeah, look, there's players in this squad that will go on and hopefully play for the senior team going into World Cup. I want to talk about Buildup quickly. Obviously, he's joined my club Chelsea. I covered the game the other night where he scored his first Chelsea goal. How much of a chance do you think he's got of getting into that England squad potentially in the World Cup?
I think they all have. I really do. I think working with Liam on and off for about 2 years. So at the start of obviously the campaign, we had him in the squad and the group, and he was influential in qualifying us really. But then take kind of 6 months out of that because we went with the senior team. So you watch him from a little bit of afar. Yes, we're in the same kind of camp in terms of at St George's Park. The 21s and seniors, they're there together, but we're at separate parts of the building. But no, he's a great lad. He's enthusiastic. He wants to learn. He wants to get to the next level, and he's got all the tools to do it. And again, it's just, maybe I think in this day and age, we're a little bit harsh on the younger players. I think they need time. They need time to grow, and they don't need to be judged. I think it will take time for him to develop. It will take time for him to adapt to the way Chelsea want to play. Everyone, of course, wants these young players that go into new environments and new clubs to hit the ground running. But, I think we have to be realistic. Yes, the price tags also affect people's perception, but again, we have to understand they're still young. We hope he hits the ground running, of course, like many players that move on to the big clubs, but I think we have to, sometimes hold back a little bit and understand they are still kids.
Yeah. Thomas Tuchel, obviously the England manager, has he sent you a message? Good luck for the final?
No, not yet, but hopefully he might try pop out and again support us as coaches and be a face for the players. As I kept mentioning, the platform is set, but to have people like him maybe turning up, I think it gives the younger players a real enthusiasm to perform. Because again, the World Cup in America's not too far away, and hopefully we can get some players in that squad.
Absolutely.
Ash, you're an absolute legend, mate.
Ash.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I'll send you a couple of sessions I did on that B licence, yeah?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Ash.
The legend Ashley Cole there. I've done my B licence with him. To be fair, right, he was quiet, but he's really growing into himself. But when someone talks, everyone listens.
Yeah, of course.
He's one of them.
Yes, you talk about the best of the best, right? He's the best left back this country's ever had.
He's best left back ever.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's many Maldini, maybe. Like, do you know what I mean? Ain't many on this. Roberto Carlos.
No.
He's in a world 11. Easily.
Yeah, he's in the conversation, no question about that, matey.
Saturday night, 8 p.m. kickoff, live on talkSPORT. England under-21s versus Germany under-21s. It's live on talkSPORT. Don't miss that one. It's going to be a great game. Up next, I think we're going to be speaking to the legend that is Jimmy Bullard. You are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark at Buy a Car. Then join Arnold Clark Rewards to enjoy access to great giveaways and everyday perks. I'm Jamie O'Hara. I'm joined by Jason Cundy. Still to come this morning, we're going to find out whether Natalie Sawyer thinks Brentford are relegation candidates, having lost their manager and set to lose their best player. Plus, we'll have a bit of a yay or nay with Jay, which is Ray Parlour's regular feature. Right now, though, I'm afraid to say we're going from one of the greatest ever footballers this country has ever produced to a former Wigan and Hull midfielder. That's harsh. I didn't write that. That's poor. Having competed in the national qualifier for next month's Open, Jimmy Bullard joins us now to tell us about his travel arrangements for the Open at Port Rush, the Bulldog. All right, Jim?
Jimbo?
What's happening, boys? What are you doing on here this early?
What have you got on your head? What are you doing?
Little visor. What, do you want it that way? What's happening, chaps?
How are you, Bulldog? You good?
Oh, good. How are you, Cundy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What's going on? Where are you
Usually
now?
on the graveyard shift, didn't you?
We are normally on the graveyard. I don't know how we've gotten here, mate. I have to say, we've dug us deep in here. Are you on the golf course again? Where are you?
Fox Hills, mate. Here I am, look.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. What happened, though? Your apple crumbled in the Open qualifier.
Do you know what? Weird one, Jay. Where it's one round, it just didn't happen for me, mate. Drove it in a bunker on one, doubled one. Great start. Chips are down then, isn't they?
You doubled the first hole?
Doubled it out of nowhere as well. I drove it in a bunker, hit the lip, still got wedged, tugged the wedge. I'd done well to make six, to be fair, older 15-footer. So I was under it from the get-go, and then plodded round, made a few birdies. The front nine's the easy one. I was 4 over front nine, 1 on the back nine, so it didn't happen, Jay, unfortunately. I was a bit gutted. And I've been playing well. But
Jim, I played with you a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you was 5 under. I mean, it was really outrageous, the golf you were playing. And I see everyone Open qualifiers, I'm thinking, Jimmy's definitely going to have a punt at this. And then you went very quiet on the old social media. I'm thinking, he's at a 4 over, isn't he? He's at a 4 over.
I still put my score up.
Yeah, but normally, you got tubes and that, giving it a large one, following Jimmy around, he's 3 under par. Then all of a sudden, I'm looking at the leaderboards and thinking, Jim's not there.
No, I know. It didn't happen, boys. I was gutted, I'm not one to like...
No, you love your golf, didn't you?
How often do you play, Jim? You playing every single day?
Yeah, I've been at it, mate. I've got to watch my knees. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I've got to be careful of, my knees and my ankles. But yeah, I play 5-6 times a week.
Got to watch my knees and my ankles. Play 5-6 times a week. He's doing the interview from the golf course. Oh, Jim, you love it, don't you? You love it.
That's it. You're not bad as well, Cunzo. Do you play?
No,
Are
mate.
you joking? Have you seen him pick up a golf club?
I don't play, mate. I've never played. I went out to Portugal with O'Hara a couple of weekends ago for the Sir Bobby Robson Classic. I just drove the buggy. Jim, if you want someone to drive a buggy, mate, I'm your man, right?
No.
Right,
you know where I am.
Bulldog, it was embarrassing. I've get him a golf day, right? Decent gig, few quid, happy days, right? Turns up, no golf clubs, and he's just sat in a buggy, fully parked up with Peronis.
Golf day, no golf clubs.
You don't play golf.
I don't play golf, Jim. I tell you, I had a great kit though on the 18th.
Honestly, Jim, listen, are you gonna? What's going on then? Because I see you in Costa Navarino with the EU Legends Tour. You know, is that? Are you like genuinely? Do you think you could play on the tour?
Well, I got an invite. It's a weird one because you've got to be 50 to get in, right? So I'm 47. 3 years time, I'll be lining it up. So they invited me on, which was absolutely brilliant. Playing with the likes of Paul Lawry's, Stephen Gallagher's, boys that I grew up watching. Caceres, it's like rubbing shoulders with them. So I played with them, against them, sort of thing. But I couldn't take any dollar as I was an invite and I was under 50. But I finished tied 14th, which really gave me. It just gives me a bit of an idea what to expect in 3 years' time, And the tour's getting stronger and stronger. I'm not saying it's easy, but at the same time, I feel like these young pups at the minute, when I'm doing clutch tours, the only tour really about at the minute. There's no end goal, but with legends, I feel like I can compete maybe.
Yeah.
So it give me a bit of an insight and rub shoulders with some absolute legends that I used to watch.
Have you got the same mentality? I mean, listen, I've played with you. I know what you're about, but like when I see, I was shocked that you didn't get through the Open qualifier. Is that because it's a big one, right? Open, Port Rush. That's like walking out of Wembley in a cup final. Do you know what I mean? That's the big one. Yeah. Did you feel the pressure?
Do you know what? It's the first couple of I'd like to say yeah, but I'm just using that excuse. I didn't really. I didn't. Jay, right? Well, you both know. You know sport, right? Well, you should do. Talk about it. But, you know what? Where the Open qualifies one round, it can happen. You know, I shot 3 over. It's good and bad one round, isn't it? Because you blitz it 5 under, you can't be caught. You're through. Do you get what I mean? It's like I only had to shoot 1 under to get into a playoff. So it was there to be had. But that's the chance you take with Open qualify. I've been under par the last 7 rounds with a pencil in my hand. That's competition play, including Legends. So. Yeah, I fancied it, but I wasn't under the gun as such. You know, even Ange said, you know, we do it with Golf. Filmed it. RNA allowed us to film it, which is great. So pop over to Golf Life, any of you listeners, and watch it. Next week it'll be out. But I'd be lying if I was saying I was under the gun. I felt a little bit. We had a few people watching, but if you don't feel it, Jay, you're not going to really be there, are you?
No.
So
no.
Yeah, I loved it, mate. I loved it. It just didn't happen, Jay. Honestly, I think of all the excuses. I didn't sleep that night. I was gutted. I was like, why is it? But you know how easy it is to double bogey, and all the best in the world do it, so it's easy for me to do it.
So what's next for you, Jim? What does the future hold in golf?
He's going to go fishing now. He's done. He's going to go fishing.
Do a bit of angling, drive him mad, try and drag him out of weekends. We've got his engagement party.
We have. I'm there, Jim. I'll see you there, mate.
I'll see you there. We'll mess that up.
Cundy and Bullard at my engagement in 2 weeks. Oh, why have I
come through? I thought, what's he doing? I can't like her that much. Anyway, but
Bulldog, you best be on your best behaviour, mate.
No. Jimbo, I'll take Jimbo under my wing. Don't worry.
He's a loose cannon on a night out. Last time I went out with him, he threw a plant pot at someone.
That was your mate of Love Island. He assess his railings after.
Jimbo, I'll see you on the 11th, bud, all right? We'll hook up. Bring you...
But no, just shooting my golf content with Golf Life and trying to get as good as I can, Jay, to answer your question.
Good for you.
Yeah. Bullard, I'm going to give you... Are we out the weekend? We had a couple of beers?
Yeah, of course we are. I love what you've put up there. Bullard fouls in open bid. Oh, thanks. You said you've got
Let's bang out of all of that, Jude. Nothing to do with us, mate. There's nothing to do with us.
Presenter phoned me and said, Al Brazil can't wait to have you on. I got used to, Muppets.
Bulldog, get yourself on the driving range, son.
Cheers, Jimbo.
Thanks for having us, boys.
Cheers,
Thank you. Take it easy, boys.
Love you, mate. Love you. What a guy Bullard is. Let's bang out of all of that. Look at the YouTube. Bullard fouls in open bid.
Yeah, mate, it's brutal.
Come
he's not even a pro.
He's not even a pro. He's an ex-footballer.
Battering him like that.
Just slaughtering him.
We get him on a battering. It's nothing.
He did apple crumble, though. He did crumble. Yeah, massively. Apple crumble.
Pulled him apart.
Right, we're going to move on. We've got Natalie Sawyer joining the show next.
According to Pep Guardiola, Man City haven't been this good for a very long time.
We can do it again.
Apart from that fluid 5-2 win over Juventus at the Club World Cup, something else that's put the rest of the Premier League on alert, Rodri's back as well.
I'm happy to make good 60 minutes and hopefully he can again help us.
City now face Al Hilal in the Club World Cup last 16 on Tuesday. As the knockout phase gets underway, talkSPORT's coverage continues with Benfica versus Chelsea tomorrow night. Back home, the red half of Manchester can breathe a sigh of relief. It looks like Bryan Mbeumo is close to signing.
We understand he's set to undergo his medical at Manchester United next week. They're finalising a package. It's worth more than the $62.5 million that Manchester United paid for Matheus Cunha.
And ahead of the Lions' first match of their tour down under, our reporter Alfie Reynolds is on the scene to ask coach John Fogarty if everyone's pulled up OK in training.
Yeah, we've got a clean bill of health, which is good. And yeah.
Was Mac Hansen out there today?
Mac was not pulled. Mac was just held back for today. So he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a little bit of management. He's good to go for tomorrow.
There's loads more from Australia on talkSPORT's Lions Uncaged podcast. The British and Irish Lions versus Perth's Western Force is live and exclusive to talkSPORT tomorrow morning from 10 a.m.
Hiya, it's Andy Townsend here, and just a quick message to wish the real goats, the proper goats of Friday Radio, Big Al and Razor, all the very best for another fantastic show today. There isn't anybody out there that does it like you guys.
Used to like Andy.
Yep.
You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy alongside me. It's safe to say things are beginning to fall apart at Brentford. 10th place finish last year, but it's all gone downhill since then.
Onto his right foot, whips across it, and Mbeumo scores. They've done it again.
Who knows what will happen in the future? Maybe I'll stay here for many years. I'm open. Maybe something happen.
Thomas Frank is going to be the new Tottenham manager.
Mbeumo's left-footed free kick, floated to Norgard, header in 3-0. Easy as you like.
If you talk about squad depth and maybe a cut price, I get that.
Out wide to Mbeumo, inside the area, angle against him, left-footed corner, picks up the corner, makes it 2.
20 Premier League goals that season now. He had a team like Brentford.
Strong, powerful, direct, can finish.
He wants to go to Old Trafford again, despite the fact there's no European football, and Mbeumo is up for this move.
Yeah, it's all becoming a bit of a nightmare for Brentford. Manager gone, captain Norgard gone, best player Mbeumo gone. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Brentford as well have decided to replace their manager of 7 years with a set-piece coach to get more on this absolute madness. Let's say good morning to Brentford fan, talkSPORT host Natalie Sawyer. All right, Nat?
Hello, good morning, boys.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm all right, Nat. I'm all right. What's going on?
Now. You do this every single weekend, don't you?
I know.
Yeah, I do. Listen, it's a new change. It's an unknown period for Brentford, but we've got to relish it. We've got to go into it with hope and positivity that they've got it right. That's all I can say.
Doesn't feel like too much is going right now, though. The manager's gone. Captain Norgard is going and Mbeumo's going. Keith Andrews coming in, set-piece coach, first job in Premier League football. It's a big risk, this, Nat.
It is a big risk, and I'm with you. I'm a little bit worried. This is the first time in, 7 years nearly, that I am worried, because Thomas Frank coming in, it made sense. He was already at the club. Previously, we had Dean Smith, and then before that, Mark Warburton. So Mark Warburton was the sporting director at the time when he came in to replace Uwe Rosler. So 2 of the last 3 appointments have been internal. So in a way, that's why I'm thinking, well, look, Phil Giles, our director of football, Matthew Benham, our owner, these are the people that see Keith Andrews week in, week out down at the training ground. They'll know more about it than any of us will. So I'm hoping that what they've seen is clearly enough for them to have gone, he is the right man. We have to wait and see what happens, of course.
They don't get much wrong, actually, Brentford. You think about where you were as a side in that 10, 15 years ago to where you are now. The rises and the sustained Premier League status, that's impressive. You know, we see teams come up in the past and, 2 or 3 seasons then get relegated. They get a lot of these big decisions right. And as fans, we've just got to hope and pray that they continue to get things right.
Yeah. Exactly that. We're not the decision makers. We are the fans that turn up and support the team. But we just have to hope that everything that they have gone through in the terms of their analysis and all of the data that they've obviously come together and they've obviously thought there's something about Keith Andrews. When he was appointed our set-piece coach at the start of last season, within the statement, they had said they'd been tracking him for a while.
Yeah.
So there must be something that they have seen in him. And don't forget, he's previously been assistant elsewhere, obviously Republic of Ireland, for example. So the set-piece coach thing might have just been an excuse to get him in.
Yeah, I think they've just made a job up for him, right? He's probably doing a lot more than just set pieces there.
Yeah.
Especially if he's now become the manager. But look, it's a difficult one for players. When he's a coach, right? Set piece coach, wherever he is, he's been the coach. Now all of a sudden, he becomes the gaffer. So it's a whole different set of skills that he's got to implement in terms of getting these players to do what he wants them to do.
Yeah, you'd know that better than anyone, having been a player and then a gaffer.
Yeah, didn't work. It was a nightmare. Got pumped every week.
I was going to leave that for you to say. Yeah, it's hard. It's not going to be easy, and especially when you've already mentioned, Brian Mbeumo's leaving. Christian Bullard looks as though he's leaving too. These are 2 massive players and massive holes that need to be filled in this Brentford side. But equally, because of the jobs that we do, because of the sort of unique way we go about things and trying to find targets that are a bit unusual, a bit different, I'm confident that our team at Brentford know what they're doing.
You must be gutted about Mbeumo because, look, me and Cundy have talked about him on the Sports Bar so many times. He just felt like he scored every week, every game. He stepped up to the plate. And it was only a matter of time before a big club come in. I'd love him at Tottenham. It looks like he's going to go Man United. How do you replace that?
Good question. How do you replace him? I think it's impossible to replace him. He is a brilliant, brilliant player. And look, he's been with us for a long, long time. When we failed to go up the first time we got to the Championship playoff final, if you remember, after that, Ollie Watkins went, Syed Benrahma went, and Brian Mbeumo was the only one that no one seemed to be interested in, or certainly no deal or offer came in for him that we thought was worth us selling him for. And I felt sorry for him because I thought, you're part of this fabled BMW at the time. And I think it did shake him a little bit because I think the next season he didn't start off as well, but he has just grown and grown and grown, and he's only 25.
It's crazy.
I mean, this is a young guy who has just got better and better every season. So I just hope, genuinely, I hope wherever he ends up, which it looks like it's going to be Manchester United, that he does kick on and have a great career as such. Because the worst thing, when you fall in love with a player like you do with many, you don't want to see their careers not go on like you hope that they'll go on to do. So, I do wish him the best of luck because he's been brilliant. And he's a lovely guy as well.
Now, who are the players that need to step up now when, there's always going to be someone that comes out the shadows, you would have thought. And, once Mbeumo moves on, who knows, Norgard, almost certainly Talio. I'm a big fan of Damsgaard, actually. He's a brilliant... He's
going as well.
Well, he can't be going as well. He can't sell everyone. I just wonder, who are the players next season that you're relying on to ensure that you do have a successful season?
Well, you're right to point out Damsgaard because the last season was his best season for us. He had a couple of difficult years at the start. I think he found the physicality of the Premier League really, really difficult. Also, he's one of those that if he gets an injury, it takes time for him to get back up to full physical fitness because he loses muscle mass quite quickly, is what I was told.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to expect more
Story
from him.
of my life, that, Nat.
I'd love to have muscle full stop. I just don't. Kevin Schade is another one who I think is going to have another season. Last season was fantastic. He got into double figures for the first time, but he's going to have to repeat that. If we keep hold of Johan Wissa, another player who's been linked with a move away, likewise, he's going to have a similar season. And Igor Thiago, who came in as Ivan Toney's replacement, got injured in pre-season, and we barely saw him apart from a couple of games towards the end of the last season. He's going to have to hit the ground running as our striker.
Nat, you're a star.
Cheers,
Thanks
Nat.
for coming on. Poor old Brentford will be playing Championship football.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Ignore him, Nat. Ignore him.
I'm ignoring.
By the way, they finished 17th last season. It was all about struggling teams.
Exactly. Love you all. Have
Cheers,
a good show.
See you, Nat.
Take care.
Bye.
Sam Matterface follows us next from 10. He's got former Premier League defender Scott Minto alongside him. Still lots to get through. On the Breakfast Bar, though, we'll be finding out whether Cundy can set a world record of his very own.
What?
Good morning, guys. Alan McCoist here. Hope you're all in top form. Love a Friday. Cannot beat a Friday with Ray and Alan. Best show in the morning.
It's Alan and Ray on Fridays. No one could wake the nation up better.
Morning, Al. Morning, Ray. I'm gutted I'm actually not in today because Friday's the best day of the week.
If there's anyone else presenting the breakfast show, then the world's gone mad.
Don't ever leave, boys. It wouldn't be the same without you. The real goats, the proper goats of Friday radio. Yeah, Big Al and Razor.
I've got to be honest, it is the best day of the week for me, and I wouldn't swap them for anyone.
Matterface better be quiet. He's coming in at 10 o'clock.
He's running late, apparently.
He's late.
Matterface, up your game.
So, he needs to pipe down because he's got to come in and face us. It is me, Jamie O'Hara Jason Cundy. The reunion of the century starts next week, and we're giving you a chance to win a pair of Oasis tickets in Manchester on July 19th. Yes, you heard that right. Oasis Live 25 is sold out, but talkSPORT can get you in. But that's not all. Alongside the tickets, we'll put you up for a night in a hotel. Put $5,000 in your back pocket, completely tax-free. Listen up right now for everything you need to know and how to enter.
Alright, kid. You have to be over 18 to enter in the UK, excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win a pair of tickets to the most electrifying rock and roll reunion of the century, a hotel stay, and $5,000 spending money, all you got to do is text the word Oasis to 83338 by Monday the 7th of July at 11 p.m. and you'll be entered into the draw to go supersonic this summer. Sorted. Right, here's all the legal stuff. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You've got to have the bill payer's permission or post your name and number to Oasis Prize Draw, P.O. Box 3190, Colchester, CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 10th of July. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com.
Well, I'm going.
Yeah, everyone's going. Apparently, I won't be going after Noel Gallagher joined us earlier and absolutely ripped me to shreds.
Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you.
What is an actual Wonderwall?
Oh my God.
Come on, Jay.
What do you mean, come on?
Come on, mate.
Come on, Jay. It's like one of the most famous songs in the world.
I know it's famous, but...
What is it?
It's a wall, isn't it?
No, earlier in the show, I don't know if you heard this, O'Hara, I asked O'Hara, who's his favourite, Noel or Liam? This is what he said.
I love Oasis as well.
You do love Oasis.
It's a wound guy. Like
who's your favourite, Noel or Liam? Who's your favourite?
Liam now.
Well, I've just texted Liam. Yeah, I was just like, Jamie O'Hara wants tickets for Wembley, and he just said, "Who's Jamie O'Hara?"
Oh, this is a massive stitch up here, boys.
And I've got one last question.
Oh, here we go.
Who are you?
Amazing stuff from you, Cundy. You prepared that 2 days ago.
Do you know what, right? Noel kind of come up with it. That was Noel. He said, when I messaged him, he said, I feel a sports bar quiz coming on, right? I said to him, hold on, I'm doing breakfast on Friday. Wait till Friday. And then, well played in, by the way. Come up with all the
well
questions.
played, fair play.
He sent me all the answers last night.
Yes.
He sent me all the answers. I knew what was coming, mate. You were just like a lamb to the slaughter.
I was.
Nothing you could do about it.
Nothing I could do.
Nothing. You couldn't move.
No.
You were always
no
going to
getting out of it.
Every answer you were going to get wrong.
I could do.
I had the answers up my sleeve.
Good production, that from Noel. Better than all them numpties out there, that's for sure. Right, it's time for a special edition of this.
50 yards at least, wind assisted, goal for Cundy.
Well, do you know chickens are related to dinosaurs? I don't know what bargain bucket consists of. Next time you're having a dream, and I have done this, I can control dreams.
And now it's time for Yay or Nay, Jay.
I'm having a beer at 4:45.
Yeah, move over yay or nay with Ray. It's time for yay or nay with Jay. It's simple, Jay. So I'll give you a question. If you agree with it, you must start your answer with yay. And if you disagree, you start with nay. So first up, Arsenal are apparently ready to hijack Spurs' move for Eberechi Eze, former Blue frontman, huge Tottenham fan, Anthony Costa, called the sports bar raging.
So Spursy, and then you see people putting Eze in a Spurs shirt, and it's just embarrassing. It's like, boys, come on, man, like, go and get him. He is a Spurs player through and through. You can tell that. As Darren said, he'll get bums off seats. He's exciting. Yep. He's that. You don't know what he's going to do next. He's a magician on the pitch. He's a great player, and he'll be so good in a Spurs shirt. But if Arsenal get him, oh my God, like wow. It's embarrassing.
We need to remind him, don't we, that Arsenal released him.
Jace, should Eze be choosing Arsenal over Spurs? Yay or nay?
Go, yay. Come on, mate.
What do you mean, come on, mate? Don't come on, mate.
You finished 17th last season.
No, I know, but come on.
No,
it's a great move for him, Spurs. It's a great move.
Arsenal, every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Yeah, but he's not guaranteed to start.
Mate, Arsenal.
Yeah, but he's not guaranteed to play.
Yay.
Martinelli plays out there. Trossard plays out there.
Arsenal.
Come on, mate.
No, Arsenal.
Odegaard plays number 10.
Mate,
he goes to Spurs. He starts week in, week out.
What would you do if you were his shoes?
I'd play for Spurs. I was at Arsenal. I left.
Over Arsenal? Where they are right now?
Every day of the week.
Where you finished last season, you telling me Arsenal are in worse shape than Spurs?
I would play for Tottenham every day of the week.
No, you're a Spurs fan, right?
Right, so
I've got no dog in this fight. Arsenal.
Yeah, I know.
Arsenal.
Yeah, but he ain't going to guarantee. He's not going to guarantee to start.
Eze is better than Martinelli. I'll have Eze over him. You've got to back yourself as well. Arsenal. Sorry, mate.
Okay, finally, Gabriel Bonglahor tried to break his own world record yesterday, trying to say Mrs. Smith's fish shop sauce 19 times in 30 seconds. Here's how he got on.
Tell me when you're ready. You've got 30 seconds starting.
Ready.
Now.
Mrs. Smith's fish sauce shop. 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 Mrs. Smith's fish sauce shop.
Not bad, Gab, but there was a few thistles in there. Yeah, we'll give you. We'll maybe give you 16 there.
Give you 16? He did say it once, right?
A fist.
Fist.
What about the other night at the sports bar, right? So we made a world record up.
Yeah.
And you tried to attempt it.
Yeah, I know. It's bang out of order, actually, because I thought that was legit. And I only found out that it wasn't legit when talkSPORT posted it and said, Cundy pranks O'Hara.
So I said to you, you got with one hand, you got to touch both ears, both eyes.
It was a good
nose, and suck your thumb to be world. He thought we had a world record. We made it up.
I can't believe I actually did that as well. Because I've got the video and it's just me looking at you with a thumb in my mouth. Honestly, it's pathetic. I can't believe I actually did that.
Touching your face and sucking your thumb.
There must be some Guinness World Records that we can break, though.
Like I said to you, mate, the chances are no one's ever done that before, so you could be a world record holder.
Could be a world
Touch both ears, both eyes, and your nose, and suck your thumb with the same hand.
2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds.
Good score.
It is, mate. Yeah, world record.
Good score. Are you up for this challenge? You fancy a bit of this? Yay or nay?
I don't know, mate. There's no swear words in it. You know that there's a couple there where they try the old tongue twisters.
Well, Mrs. Smith's fish shop sauce.
Mrs. Smith's fish
hold
shop.
Hold on.
Sauce shop.
Hold on. We've got to get Ed to start.
Is it shop or... What is it? Mrs. Smith's...
Fish shop sauce. What have you got?
I've got Mrs. Smith's fish sauce shop. I can't even say it.
Okay. Well, you go with that.
Mrs. Smith's fish... Terrible.
Let's start the clock, Ed.
Right. Mrs. Smith's fish sauce shop. 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 Mrs. Smith's fish fist sauce shop.
Oh, you rubbish!
Oh, it's not easy.
Absolutely rubbish. You got 11.
What about the pheasant plucker? That's the one. You don't want to get. Oh mate, no, you don't.
No, is that?
No. Get the dump button.
Do you avoid that one?
Yeah, there's something about there. Start pleasant.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's not try it now. Let's not try it now, Jace. Yeah. We're nearly done here. Let's not get sacked in the last 5 minutes.
We're programmed.
Oh dear, mate. Listen, we've done all right, you know.
Well. Yeah,
sports bar is
we're back on the old graveyard, mate, on Monday.
We
back
are
on the sports bar.
We are. What are you doing on the weekend? You got any plans?
What am I doing? Doing Chelsea, mate. Up the Chelsea.
Oh, God.
Tomorrow night, taking on Benfica. Why aren't you looking at it? Oh, yeah, you haven't won the Champions League.
European champions. No one cares about it.
Mate, you won the Champions League.
Listen, people are interested in Man City. People are interested in Real Madrid.
2 Champions Leagues.
You know, no one cares about Chelsea.
Well, if we win it.
You're there. You're like,
They've got Benfica. Right?
You're
Where
like
are you?
LAFC there, you are. Just no one really cares.
Got a chance, mate. Got a chance.
You haven't got a chance. You'll go out against Benfica. You'll go out against Benfica.
You don't even know what you're talking about. You know Benfica.
What do you mean? A good team, Benfica. They're a good team. Any other plans? We going out and about? We got any plans with Mrs. Cundy?
I've got the lucky Mrs. Well, she's got my company, hasn't she? I mean, every day she wakes. Imagine this.
What do you mean? She wakes up every day, counting her lucky stars that she gets to wake up with you?
Won the lottery, mate. Every morning, wake up, won the lottery, isn't she?
Won the lottery.
Got a barbecue on Sunday. My boy's back from Australia, so got the family over, mate, on Sunday.
I've got to go to Nottingham. My son's got handball trials for England.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Handball. Yeah. One son who plays rugby.
Seriously, what are the rules about handball? It's a genuine question. What are the rules?
What do you mean?
What are the rules?
Why are you asking me? Well, you pick it up and you bounce it, you run. It's a bit like basketball, but you've got to stay out the area and you shoot and there's a goalie.
Right,
and you've got to jump up in here and you throw it in the goal.
Can you run with the ball?
If you bounce it.
So it's a cross between basketball and football.
It's a bit of a cross between basketball and football. Handball.
Yeah.
England trials coming up.
Well, good luck, matey.
Yeah, we've got to drive
follow his old dad's footsteps.
Yeah, be on the bench. Oh dear, right, that's it from us on the Breakfast Show. Have a great weekend. Friday, the sun's out. Go and enjoy yourselves. Up next is Sam Matterface. He is trying to fly through the London Underground station. He is with Scott Minto.